Welcome to the show. Sophisticated Ignorance. Chris and Corey. Let's go. Sit back, vibe, have a drink. We're about to get into it. You know what I'm saying? A whole lot of laughs and a whole lot of ignorance, man. This one for the culture. So tap in, vibe out, grab a seat, you know what I'm saying? Make sure your house nice and clean, burn a candle. We're about to get into it. Yeah. Sophisticated Ignorance.
Hey, yo, what's going on?
Yo.
What's going on, man? Back again with another episode, another banger in the ear. Yes, sir. Hey, y'all know about the sound of that. Y'all know who back in the building this week. Clap it up for my dog Mac one time. My dog back, boy. Hey, my dog back. Y'all know what that mean. We finna get real ignorant real quick.
Super duper ignorant.
Super duper ignorant this episode, man.
Yeah, man. We finna get real.
But y'all know I'm 1/4 of your host. My name is Chris.
Corey Mac.
Cliff, what up?
Hey.
JJ, what's good?
And this
And
is
Sophisticated Ignorance. Yes, sir.
Bust. I'm gonna make sure I don't hit that gunshot shit, but
Hey, man, you know.
Hey.
Hey, sometimes
And
you
I
just
told
gotta
that
do it.
steel.
Sometimes you just gotta do it, man.
Yeah, I told that steel.
Welcome back to another installation. I'm gonna say that installation of Sophisticated Ignorance, man. Y'all know how we kick it off, man. How was
real.
y'all weekend, fellas?
Good.
Anybody do anything special? Anybody do anything crazy?
Never always working. I'm
Oh,
always working.
Forget that. Shout out to the great Bethune-Cookman University for this homecoming weekend. Y'all see the shirt. Y'all see the shirt. You gotta represent. I forgot mine at the crib.
What was the significance about it?
It's BCU homecoming. It don't matter.
Oh,
That's
my
it.
bad.
I expect
That's
that
it.
from a nigga who went to
You right.
PWI.
You right.
But I fuck with him though.
Yeah.
That's my dog. That's my dog.
We
That
had a
was
pretty
kinda-
cool homecoming. You know,
That was kind of disrespectful.
They had,
He finna sell
I
out.
forgot you niggas went to the same one.
Yeah, he finna sell
Yeah.
out.
We went
They-
to, but
they both
I
gonna sell
started
out.
at an HBCU. Let's
But
not.
but you know
I
as well as
understand.
me, your PWI
Yeah,
don't
y'all-
got no tradition.
At
But
all.
I mean, we didn't ever have a fight at our homecoming or anything.
Bro, we done
But
had
we
shootouts.
get
We done had
live.
fights.
we
Our
done
school-
had shootouts.
Hey, our school
shit
is
like
in
a
the
fucking
middle
block
of
party.
the hood, bro, and we do the best.
First of
with
all,
what
I
we
drove
got.
through there not too long ago. It's
Go
not
ahead,
really the
sell out.
hood.
It's the trenches.
You crazy?
That shit is the trenches.
It's probably been gentrified.
BCU
It's
was
probably
a-
been
hey,
gentrified. That's what happened.
BCU was an interesting sight.
Drive down
Hey,
MLK.
it was an interesting
I was
sight.
some real
actually I was
shit.
supposed to went there this weekend, but I went back
It
home
was
to
homecoming, yeah.
learn how to make soap.
You
Yeah.
always doing some country.
Here we
shit.
go. Anyway, let's start with JJ. What you do this
Back
weekend,
on some
man?
Country shit.
He made soap.
Learn
What's
how
the
to make
what's the
soap.
name of your line? It's gonna call Shades.
The honey bar.
The honey bar.
Honey bar. Also, I'm coming out. Well, we are coming out with a fishnet condom.
All right.
Man,
Anyways,
wow.
What?
The man finna get us canceled.
3 minutes in, we already out. We already out the gate.
Fishnet.
Y'all know that.
We don't want to
Jamal.
know.
It's more feeling, you know.
You can go
You
wrong.
just go wrong.
I feel like that would just
Defeat the purpose of the
leave
condom.
the STD just in a cool kind of design or something like that. Like,
Incubation period like COVID.
right.
So no fishnet condom.
No, hell no.
Nah,
Just-
it's not a good move.
It's
Scratch
all
that.
good. It's all
we
good.
just
Hey,
just with the soap.
you do anything crazy this weekend?
Nah, I had my son all weekend.
Daddy,
so,
daddy
you know,
duty. I know, man.
that's all
I've been
I did,
changing
man.
diapers for the last 3 months straight, bro.
He just creasing my forces
I got-
and everything else. So that's all he does.
He broke the TV again.
No, not this time. No,
Oh yeah.
we prevented him from doing that.
That's what's up.
Death
How
by
did
whooping.
he get?
Death by a
Death
thousand
by a
lashes.
thousand. By a thousand whoopings.
It's so hard for me to do it though.
Nah,
I'm
bro.
not gonna lie
Hey,
to you, bro.
See, how
the only
old
child?
Casey?
Yeah, he's my only one.
That's
He's
why.
about to
That's
be
why.
two.
That's why.
Yeah, he
You
about
know
to
what
be
I'm
two.
saying?
Wait,
He's our special baby
Wait.
too because we didn't think we was gonna have kids.
I get it, but wait till he's
So-
special and start slapping you, talking back, and breaking shit. It's gonna
Nah,
be
I
different.
mean, I thump him,
Nah, bro.
but I ain't really laid.
You got a
hands on him,
motherfucking.
But it'll be different when he
One of
gets
them on
older,
his ass.
solely because you're a man.
Not e-
And like as we both know, as
Yeah.
being men in this, education
But I got
system,
daughters, though, so.
we can say things, but that's what any
Yeah,
male figure with their
all
child.
you gotta do is fluctuate your
when
voice.
he's about 8.
Fluctuate. No, you got to start now because by that
No,
time
because
it's
then I
gonna be
could
too
just
late.
roundhouse. at
Bro,
8.
your son gonna be 7 feet tall when he 8.
Yeah, my son's in the 99th percentile. We just took him to the doctor.
He's a big baby.
Yeah,
finna be beating
tall.
your ass when he
He's
turn 8.
over 3 feet, not even 2 yet.
So
So
Yeah,
yeah,
you gonna have to
It's
start.
all right though. Elbow to the chin.
Especially the way you be
Yeah.
having him work out.
Yeah, my boy's got a full back. That's all he's doing.
See, you ain't seen
All my
Maverick.
jits real.
Maverick,
yeah,
swole.
all of his leg,
All my jits
Oh, I
real.
saw a picture of your son. He
Right,
Them
he looks
motherfuckers.
exactly like
He
you.
out there
All
like
them
this.
motherfuckers
running
real.
back,
Them niggas real.
track
He
stars.
out there like
I think because my wife athletic too, though.
Yeah, man. He got the LeVar Ball factor going on over here.
Yeah.
You know, everybody athletic. They all run track.
Everybody got to go.
You do anything crazy, Mac, this weekend?
Oh no! Oh yeah, I did actually. So it's my bad. I've been drinking, but it's official. Bigger Than You Foundation.
Oh yeah, clap that up, man. Clap that up. Clap that up. Man. Clap that up.
Official. We really out here for the city of Tampa. You know what I'm saying? Because I feel like I owe a responsibility to my city. So you know what I'm saying.
My dog finna get a statue built in his name.
I'm finna get a fucking school built in my shit. A school.
I ain't mad at that.
Catered towards. I ain't gonna say it's catered towards only black people. It's catered to those.
It's okay to
fortunate.
say.
No,
it's okay to say that
because you know what I'm saying. You got to think about it like this.
At some point, we got to come together.
But think about the kids who come from Spanish households who only speak Spanish. You get what I'm saying? Now they in these education systems and they supposed to, because you know I'm an ELL coordinator too. So these kids supposed to get these type of accommodations,
and they really
don't got them.
That's
and
beautiful.
These are supposed to be the future for their people.
Yeah, because when we get old, we gonna need somebody to take care of us.
We gotta struggle. Yeah, just imagine, like we got a real struggle. But just imagine being in another country and can't even comprehend or speak the language, bro.
And it's not because you're not smarter or
it's not.
Don't less smarter or anything.
And like my Spanish students actually try harder. That's why I will literally give my Spanish students.
It matters more to them.
Exactly. I will give them that extra point to make sure they don't fail, or you want that A. We're going to make sure you get that.
Do y'all find that with kids from other countries?
Yeah,
that
they work hard.
Do you feel that? What do you think? You know, you guys are educators. Chris, you've been in,
Americans. We're entitled. But black, white.
But my question is, what's the entitlement if, like, say you're working with a group of kids that are black kids, right? Where is their entitlement if they're struggling too? So they don't feel like they're entitled. You know what I'm saying? They don't have entitlement.
Hold on, I'm finna give it to you. He grade differently from everybody else. I turn my work in. Just because you turn it in doesn't mean it's correct. Like, my 4-year-old told me this. She said, you want me to do it right or you want it done? Which is it? Mm-hmm. I want it done right. Just don't turn no shit into me and expect because you participated, you get a trophy.
And that speaks to the education system because we just passed these kids.
Yes. And we're doing them a disservice.
Okay.
This high school diploma
we finna get away from the topic real quick, but I got to ask since you brought it up. Do you think that's effect of that No Child Left Behind thing? It's almost like everybody get a participation award.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, because you can't give a student a zero anymore, right? You can only get a 50%. That's the lowest grade you can.
No, that's still enough. That's still enough. But what it is, administrators have came to me and said, "Hey, you can't fail them." What do you mean I can't fail them? Look, in middle school, we need to start pushing these children toward trade schools, like A squared plus B squared equals C squared, Pythagoras theorem. Yeah, you need to know that if you're going to lay tile. You're going to need to know length times width. You're going to need to know certain geometries, certain maths. If it's beyond their scope, let's not try and make them fit into that. What it is, it's fitting a round peg in a square hole.
Yeah.
That does not work.
Yeah. Right.
Honestly, like we can line up a giraffe, a monkey, and an elephant, and we can put them in front of a tree and say, hey, climb this tree. Only one's going to succeed. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that shouldn't be the thing with education.
I'm an advocate for charter schools, private schools, charter schools. I feel because that's at the end of the day, it's a sad reality. But that's going to afford your child the best opportunity to be great.
I mean,
only a few
it depends with charter,
but only a few motherfuckers really make it out the public school system. Yeah, I'm talking about from our backgrounds, from where we come from.
Okay,
you get what I'm saying?
Right?
Because in public school, it's not. College is not preached to the average student. You know what I'm saying? That's not your desire. Yeah. You just like,
you gotta think too. You gotta think too. So my experience growing up in school and public school is totally different from y'all's. I had a white mother. Okay. Right? So the advocacy there when they tried, they tried to put me on a certain path, here comes this white woman. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? So I have a different unfortunately, I have a different backing.
Yeah, my mom was like always on my head about school. So.
Yeah, my mom was at every meeting. Like,
but what the influence, right? Mm-hmm. So like, I have a white mom who comes in here and is a white woman. She has white privilege, right?
Yeah,
she's able to say.
I see what you're saying. I never thought about that.
So funny, and I'll do this real quick. Tell this one real quick story about. I was in the 6th grade. I came from gifted programs, all of that. I had a little bit of a behavior problem. They tried to immediately put me
in
ESC classes. My mom came up there,
shut that shit down,
and I don't know whatever happened in that room. But I was back in those regular classes.
All
right, so I had the same deal.
It was a door there. I didn't go through it, boy.
You can say it. I don't care. We all got here somewhere.
You seen Forrest Gump, right?
It is what it is. She did what she needed to do
to keep her baby safe.
All
right, so check this out. My mom also, I had the same thing, ESC. But my godmother, she was the ESC specialist in Arcadia. So it worked out, me living in a small town with black people who still had influence in DeSoto County.
Gotcha.
She wasn't going to let them railroad me like that. Because same thing, behavior problem.
Yeah.
Bro, you ain't finna, look, all these ass whoopings I'm taking at the house,
yeah,
you ain't finna say nothing to me sideways.
You ain't finna go unnoticed.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, we ain't mean to get off on a tangent on y'all, but you know how I go, man. We open the door and we end up,
this is the classroom.
Yeah, shout out to Beyond You, right? That's what it's gonna be called.
Bigger Than You.
Bigger Than You. I'm sorry.
Okay, and I'm gonna explain it to y'all. Then we're gonna get back on topic. So the reason I named it Bigger Than You is because when we younger, you know what I'm saying, we play sports, we go to school and stuff, and you just think about, you know what I'm saying, getting out the hood, getting your family out the hood. Say you don't make it, you know what I'm saying? 1% to make it to the league, you know what I'm saying? But education, that door is always open.
It's always
so
there.
you can always make it another way. But like, you know what I'm saying? If you don't, so when I'm thinking about making it out the hood, bringing my people along, family, I'm thinking about my best friend, my homeboys and shit. I'm trying to get everybody out. You get what I'm saying? So if I can't do it that way, then the next best way, say I graduated from college, my homeboy didn't. I done failed at elevating him to a better place.
Gotcha.
Right. So
if he's still in your circle,
right.
Yeah.
So now I feel it's my responsibility to give his child every opportunity to do what I couldn't do for him.
Gotcha.
You get so it's bigger.
It's
than
like
me.
an extension of the olive branch. But
if I couldn't do it, if I give your child an opportunity to get free college and go out there and be an engineer, you know what I'm saying, mathematician, lawyer, doctor, I won because eventually I got you out of that space, regardless of
how you got out of there.
I got you out of there.
Preaching right now.
You get what I'm saying? Yeah. So it's bigger. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than. It's bigger than me. You get what I'm saying?
That, man.
And
that's awesome.
And how I know you is when you say I got you out of that space, it's not out of the community, but out of the mindset of being poor.
It's a mind thing.
It's the difference between being broke and poor. Poor is a mind frame. Broke is just a state in life.
That's all. It's just it's a phase. Like everything, a phase, man.
Expanding your box.
That's all it is, bro. So
exposure leads to
expansion. Y'all ready to hop into these current events, man?
Let's go, bro.
So if you weren't living under the box, man, what was it? Tuesday, I want to say. Last week, Tuesday, the BET Awards, BET Hip Hop Awards, I should say, took place.
Was Chloe in there?
No, I didn't.
Chloe
who? Yeah, she didn't perform.
Bailey.
Bro. She didn't perform, bro. Bia performed, though. The whole lot of money.
She performed at the VMAs.
Nice,
she
bro.
performed at the VMAs.
No, Chloe.
He'll know if you see a picture.
Movie.
If I see her, I know. She's Beyonce's what now?
Protege.
Yeah.
But yeah, man, the award show was dope. I didn't really feel the ciphers. The only one I liked was
they weren't that good.
What's your boy name? Simba.
Yeah, he's dope.
Yeah,
he's dope.
He was nice.
I've seen her before.
Who else? I wrote it down. Shit. Excuse me.
I didn't even watch it because they don't be as entertaining. I know my boy 85 South Show. Them boys,
they did their thing.
They didn't get as loose as they normally get.
Okay.
You know, it's scripted.
Viacom owns BET. So
I was happy to see Tyler get that influencer award. That was
had
pretty
a wonderful speech.
Yeah.
Tyler
the Creator, the one who you still sleep on him after the album. I thought he won Album of the Year.
To me, he's still in the category for Album of the Year.
He said some beautiful things.
Yeah, he did. He did. His speech was dope.
What I think the most take home for me was because I talk to Chris all the time about this. I love hip hop. I love rap, and the way he talks about like just
being yourself.
This is
bro.
being yourself. Yeah. You could be original. You could have everything you want.
That's the best thing
about
hip hop.
That's one thing I do respect about him.
He says this put me in a great space to be out of trouble, to be, and everybody in that room could relate, no matter what type of music they have.
No matter what type of music you make, bro. If you in the studio instead of in the streets, bro, you got one.
It's a win.
We're going to go off on a tangent. I'm going to keep this to myself.
What you was going to say?
He was Lil Nas X before Lil Nas X.
Nah, because Frank Ocean
been on gay shit.
Frank Ocean been out though.
But Frank Ocean,
he ain't been on it to the extent that Lil Nas X or Tyler the Creator is on it.
Tyler the Creator reminds me of them.
He's a troll.
Yeah,
he was. If you're gonna say he was
Lil Nas X a troll,
but that's what I'm saying.
Troll.
That's why I'm piggybacking your argument. He's the precursor to Lil Nas X with the troll aspect.
I feel where you coming from. Kind of like he opened a small crack in the door. Seeing
I went to an All Future concert.
Yeah,
I would.
I had a great time.
Yeah,
I mean, their music is good. I like
great music. Like, as long as you make great music and it's universal, I'm cool with it.
You hate that shit, don't you, Corey?
No, but Lil Nas X,
you hate that shit.
Lil Nas X does.
I can tell your face you hate that
Lil Nas
shit,
X doesn't make.
Listen to the album.
Lil Nas X doesn't make music for us. We can't. Is it safe to say that?
Pop music.
It makes pop music.
I ain't
That industry
pop
baby
music
song
can
kind
be
of slap though. I
Pop
ain't gonna
music
lie.
for everybody.
That
But it's like
Montero,
gay
that
pop
Montero
music.
slap.
Yeah, that
Yeah,
industry baby
that
song
Montero
slap.
And the beats
slap.
go hard. And
Yeah.
he, I would say this about Lil Nas X.
His
He can make
imagery
a
now
good
for
song.
us. Yeah.
He can make a good song.
I'm done with this after I say this.
Go for it.
I think Joyner Lucas is better than Tyler, the Creator.
As a rapper,
Yes.
I'm not mad at that.
I'm not mad at
Lucas
that
is
assessment.
He's supposed to be.
He's a rappy
He's a
rap
gimmicky kind
rapper.
of.
He's like an
lyricist.
Eminem
Yeah.
type rapper.
He's a rapper.
He's a
I like.
he's a baby J. Cole.
I like Tyler's
Oh, don't
songs.
put him in
But-
the same
but
category
what-
as J.
Hey,
Cole.
okay, since he said J. Cole, J. Cole won Lyricist of the Year.
Yeah.
Jordan Lucas is never gonna win Lyricist of the Year, bro.
That's
He
Because
not.
of his bass, though. He's not going to pull the same bass.
Yeah, but I've been to a concert Jordan Lucas performed. Tory Lanez had better bars. That's all I'm gonna say.
Then who?
Jordan Lucas.
Man,
I don't think that's true. Tory
Hey,
can
that's
rap,
just
though.
me.
He can
Tory
rap.
That's
can rap.
me.
But as far as lyrics,
Fucking
Delivery.
putting bars together,
Delivery.
No.
Don't get me started on Tory
I can see
Lanez.
you with Tory Lanez's delivery out.
No,
there.
it's just the songs is better. That's all.
I
For the
get
crowd
that.
that was there.
Fuck
Yeah,
Tory
okay. I
Lanez.
can
But
go
he
for that.
give me some original songs, and then we gonna get off.
That's the
this shit, but
thing I
give me
like
some
about
original
Jordan though.
songs.
He creates originality.
Right.
So I can't be mad at
Tory
that.
Lanez don't. He sampled beats. He literally sampled "I'm Sprung." He sampled damn near everybody beat.
That
Use
his
the
chicks tapes
fucking
though.
same hook.
His chicks tapes are what he put him
Use
on.
the same
But-
chorus. Come
but-
on,
all right,
bro.
so, but-
that's not original.
But that's what they do at Atlantic, though. That's the label. That's the label that's pushing him. So Atlantic is formulaic.
He can be on any
Wait,
label.
you're criticizing him.
Even
First of all,
with-
I don't like Tory Lanez, though.
But this
Come
is my
on,
thing.
man.
What
Tory
I'm saying
Lanez
is
is
this.
Six tape.
He's
Fuck
Six
Tory
tape
Lanez.
But what I'm
five.
saying is this: he gives you
sweet. Don't worry
things
about
that
it.
you know already. Like even with Chris Brown,
Right.
Atlantic gives you SWV sample.
But you know why though?
Because it's already something you're familiar
but
with.
in
It's going
20
to
but in
sell.
They probably own
2021.
it all.
But that's what I'm saying. It's formulaic. They already know the shit is going to sell. They're giving you hits and they're remixing hits.
They reselling your childhood.
But it's
And they're literally that's what they're doing.
Make your point.
I think it's okay though because in 2021 it's okay to sound like everybody else because that's what's
No.
appropriate.
It
That's
is.
what's
It is.
appropriate.
It is.
But we're
Because people don't.
That's what people
original
wanna listen
sound, 15 years ago, if you sounded like another rapper, they would have called you out. You'd have
Yeah.
been bullshit. Now everybody sounds the same. Everybody uses the same flow, and it's okay. I'm not saying.
But Beyonce said that.
Yeah.
It's okay
Beyonce
now.
said
like-
that it's okay.
But is-
artists don't make albums anymore. They make singles. They
Yeah.
get their money and they get
But okay,
out.
you know who you talking to. This is the old school Barry Gordy right here.
now, but back to the Tyler Creator comment. It's okay to be you. It's okay
Yeah,
to
it
be
is.
yourself.
It is.
But they're
it's
not
gonna-
doing that
it's-
with this.
You know why? It's not going
But
to resonate
so many
with
of them
everybody.
don't want. They
everybody
just hop
don't want
in
to
it
do
to
that.
make money.
They just trying to make
Like,
money.
you're doing a quick buck.
Everybody don't care about the art. They don't care about.
That's why
That
I
is
like.
the most
That's why I
upsetting
like.
thing, too,
That's
to
why I
say
like
that
an
shit.
artist like Tyler the Creator, Frank Ocean.
I just
SZA.
said for the audience
because they can
This an
go.
old school person talking. That's what you prefer. But the masses that's going to listen to it, stream it, and buy it, and the game is streaming now. Look at we was talking about this in the group chat. NBA YoungBoy, he got the most streams out of anybody, and he
hard,
can't
though.
rap for nothing in the world.
Bitch, what?
Bro,
But-
NBA cannot rap, bro.
Hey, I like
Stop,
Chopper. I like
bro.
Chopper
East
over him.
Tampa. It's East Tampa.
I like
So
NLE
I
Chopper
understand
over
we're
him.
talking to East Tampa.
No,
They sound
so
the
that
same.
Chopper
resonates
is
for
his
him.
son.
But
They
look,
sound the same. You right?
That's his son.
But
okay, NBA's best tape is his first tape, 38 Baby.
Yeah.
Okay, after that shit was pretty bad.
After that, he got singles. He don't have another. He
But
don't have another EP.
that 30,
album
that
or
38
nothing
Baby
like
go
that.
hard.
to
I'll
make
give him
the make the point, that's what people listen to now. So you got to kind of, if you're gonna be in the game is a game. If you're gonna be in the business, you got to give the people what they want.
Straight up.
That's just what it is. But anyway,
Jack Boy go hard with Kodak.
Oh,
the best performance.
100%.
I ain't mad at that.
100%.
East Tampa.
And Jack Boy moved. He recognized. He said, "I'm moving."
Yeah.
He said, "I'm not getting caught up in this shit." I feel.
gone.
Hey, I feel bad
Shout
for
out
Kodak.
Jack Boy. For real,
I feel bad for Kodak right
'cause
now,
he's
bro.
suicidal and
Y'all
shit.
check on him, bro.
Yeah.
When
He posted something saying that he was.
suicidal shit. He done deleted his Instagram.
he
Twitter.
wild.
He said that he was just
He wild.
expressing himself. Hopefully he good.
Nigga
you
got
know.
a video. You know Vlad the police. So
Yeah.
Vlad got a whole video of Kodak grabbing his mama ass and shit.
That was a little. He's off now. Kodak is weird.
And
bro.
when I say grabbing his mama ass, I'm talking about how you
talking about
be
when
up
they
on
were
a little
dancing?
baby in the club. And you
I didn't watch that whole
he just did
video.
it again.
Oh no, I ain't
He
watched
did
that
it
whole
one
video.
time before.
Yeah, he grabbed.
I ain't watched that whole video.
But look, he weird, and I don't want
Kodak
to talk no
is
more.
weird.
He weird. I
So
fuck
we'll
with
get on
Kodak
that.
music though, but he weird.
He is. I'm off that though.
It is what it is. But overall, the awards was dope. I know you say you ain't watch it, but
I ain't watch it.
I'm butchering his name, so I'm gonna let you say it. Toby something.
He is fire.
He is killing Tyler, the
fucking
Creator.
fire.
I ain't mad at that.
He is killing Tyler, the Creator.
That song fire though.
Him and Crit got a song together. You
that
know,
song fire though.
I'm a Crit head.
And shout out to that nigga wife Facts.
Yeah.
Cause she backed that
Hey,
nigga up.
When she said,
yeah, she do.
when
Can't
she
go
said,
Kanye?
Tobe will never go Kanye.
Kanye.
She said, I ain't Kim. Tobe will never go Kanye.
That song slap, boy.
Yes.
And my wife get hyped when she say that.
He said if I can't bring my wife and my baby to the show, don't book me. I felt that.
That's real.
I felt
That's
that
love.
I felt that.
They played football too.
Yeah, he did.
did.
He had
Linebacker
West
somewhere
Texas.
in Texas.
Yeah.
West
Like
Texas,
that.
they green and white.
Where's he
big,
from
though.
though?
Yeah,
Is
he was a
LA?
linebacker. He
He's
was
from Texas.
Oh, he from Texas. Okay.
He's actually
When he
Nigerian.
started rapping, I was like, he sounded like he from Atlanta. But
got
I heard Bone Crusher, Killer Mike vibes when he started rapping.
That's that
bars.
Texas in him.
But he go
Career
nasty
injury.
though.
He had a career in the injury.
Yeah,
That boy,
That's when he started
not-
rapping.
But since we on music, man, let's go ahead and jump into the baby real quick. If y'all haven't been watching,
Did you see
listening,
it?
what's that?
So, if y'all haven't been watching, you know what I'm saying, the baby supposedly slid into, if y'all don't know, the weak ass artist, LA The Truth, that nigga shit is trash.
I thought he was like a
LA The Truth.
producer.
Garbage.
I thought he was a producer.
Right, I know. No, he raps.
Influencer.
No, he don't.
He raps.
That bald nigga don't
He
rap.
is
bro.
a rap
No disrespect
artist.
to bald people.
He is trash, but supposedly,
Disrespectful bitch.
he trash. Supposedly, yeah, I just
I
call
said
that
no
shit
disrespect to bald people.
Yeah.
I said no
Don't
disrespect.
worry about it.
Chris is a raggedy bitch. Just
He
so
is.
everybody
He
know
is.
what the fuck going on.
But supposedly, the baby was supposed to use his assistant, who is a female, to slide into
yeah.
He
LA
tried
The
to-
Truth's wife, which is Mrs.
she
LA The
pregnant, though?
Truth. I don't know. But he supposedly his assistant slid into her DMs, and you know what I'm saying. He was trying to get with her. Supposedly he's supposed to be making a song with this artist, which I know he not because that nigga is trash.
Oh, he got a feature track.
Right.
Because they did business before.
You know what I'm saying? Right.
He was on the
But
feature.
an article came out. Vlad had dropped it. A lot of platforms had dropped
Saying
it.
that it was fake.
It was fake.
Wow.
Yeah.
Somebody had time on their hands. Went and made a fake the baby page to the point where they got the blue check.
Damn.
Yeah.
Well, you know,
Wow.
hey, all I know is you taught me how to
Yeah.
use the program, so you know it's
It's
Yeah.
ways to
it's
figure it
doing
out.
it.
Was this escalating into something more than it should have been? Though?
Yeah,
Like,
the
so
dude
what
said
was
he
the
was
point of
going.
the
He
fake
wanted.
page?
Yeah, he wanted the husband wanted smoke.
Yeah,
like,
like
bow, bow.
she posted something saying like,
That-
I'm not this type of girl. I'm not the type of chick. Like
Yeah.
this is you supposed to be working with my husband. Blah blah
Yeah.
blah. And then he posted something saying like, I'm gonna have to show these niggas what time it is. This and that. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
no, he said basically he would kill him to the extent of you never messes with a married man's woman because that man will kill you.
blow your
That's
head off.
malicious as hell.
Yeah.
But then they found out that the page was fake, and then I commend her because she came
She
out.
apologized?
She did.
Oh, that's
Oh,
that's
okay, well,
appropriate.
She
That's
came out,
appropriate.
acknowledged it,
Hey,
apologized, and was like,
that
okay,
apology
got to
be as loud as that accusation. So I ain't mad at it.
You feel me? So yeah, but that was.
But that's
just
funny
crazy.
though. Imagine that happening to you.
crazy.
How do you disprove it though? Like if he wasn't famous, how would he be able to prove that happened to him?
I've had situations where people have lied on me like outright. So and then like
we talking about social media age now.
true, but at the same time, it still carries though. It's like because every time you see that person, the energy's off under the table.
This too though.
Is there?
No, don't worry about it.
Y'all don't
Oh damn!
Oh my dog. Oh, y'all tough. But it just feels different because you mad as fuck. Like I didn't do that shit.
Yeah.
And then they looking at you like, oh, he guilty. He's no, because like I'm going for broke.
Even though
I'm gonna be
wild,
honest.
I don't think he did that shit.
Anytime anybody says, if I ever say somebody lied on me, I probably did it, bro.
No cap.
Yeah,
Hey, I
But
have
see,
never been in a
check
situation
me
where
out, though. You know-
they lying on me.
you know who
I really did what it.
you know who to
whatever the hell
say.
it is.
You know who
No
to blame,
cap.
or you know what friend to say.
But you know, that's just being 100 with yourself. That's no cap.
Right.
So,
It is. What
Do
it
you
is.
think that
on
happens
that.
a lot though? Do you think these celebrity accounts just getting hacked? I
It's-
mean, I
it's
can see
easy
it for
to
like
do
a
it.
scam,
It's
but do you
easy.
think
'Cause
people
think
are
about
they
it.
like,
got a lot of fan pages.
right?
Yeah, the girl
Not
gave
even
Bill
fair.
Gates the money.
Man,
What
yeah.
a
Did
silly
you see
ass
that?
self.
What happened?
We did an Ignorant as Hell episode a couple months ago. Now we got to jump back on that because that shit was funny. A lot of people love that.
Oh, silly.
But once we
ass.
get the time and organization for it, we gonna jump back into Ignorant as Hell because we definitely had a lot
Oh,
of good
yeah.
reviews on that. the girl, it was Bill Gates was going through something about the vaccine, some crap. She thinks
his divorce. That's what it was.
His divorce. She DM'd somebody somebody DM'd her saying,
who DM'd who?
A fake Bill Gates page DM'd this chick saying, "Oh, I left my debit card somewhere. I need $100."
No, he was gonna fly her out.
Yeah, he was gonna fly her out. I need your account. I can't remember the whole, but she sent her account number, her card, birthday, everything. Her account got wiped out.
I don't feel bad for her.
Negative like $5,000.
Guess what?
Sorry, bro.
And the people.
Hey,
I don't feel bad.
Hey, and I think it was Wells Fargo that told her like you gave it to her.
$5,000, bro.
Yeah,
you gave it to him, so
yeah, I don't feel bad.
I'm just mad I didn't get that leak.
That was stupid, bro. That was funny. But yeah, I think that shit probably happened a lot more often than we think.
Yeah, of course.
But yeah,
no, I'll just
you want to flop them out?
No, just them two.
Okay, I got you. So since we on the baby, that's a big popular topic. Did anybody watch The Closer?
I did.
I did.
Dave Chappelle.
I did.
He was there to negotiate the release of the baby.
Not yet.
The controversial comments.
He supported the baby though.
Okay.
Yeah.
The biggest thing is he said, obviously backlash from the. I don't want to butcher their name. I'm gonna just say
fuck that. Y'all talk
the
about straight
alphabet
people,
community.
motherfucking
LGBTQ plus
transphobic motherfuckers.
But what he said about the thing I like about Dave is he'll put some connotation on stuff, but then show you the other side of what you're not being mad about. Like y'all mad that he said something that really wasn't even that big of a deal to me, but he killed somebody. Y'all didn't care.
Not at all.
Not even that.
Right.
My thing is,
it's a hypocrisy. We all back to JJ. We all hypocrites.
He said something about you. If you're that comfortable with yourself, why do you give a
Who
fuck?
cares? What happened to Sticks and Stones?
You feel me?
Everybody went to kindergarten.
I have a differing opinion. I would like to hear what y'all think.
Okay, I like it.
Go ahead. I would like to hear what y'all think.
Corey hasn't watched it.
I don't want to.
Oh, you want me to?
You ain't gonna spoil it for me.
Okay,
yeah.
I'm
not gonna watch it
as
anyway.
as a Dave Chappelle fan. I told Chris this.
Yeah,
I get the points he was making. You know what I'm saying? I was here for that. A couple things that I was just couldn't bring home for me was I didn't find it that funny.
I don't think it was supposed to.
He said it. He wasn't. He said it wasn't. That wasn't.
I didn't find it like hella clever for me.
Okay,
because that's the type of artist he is.
Because that's you know what I'm
type
saying.
Of comedian he is.
I'm waiting for the cleverness to pop with.
Because you're used to his cerebral.
I'm following, but see, for me, I was like, all right, cool. Because and then I'm gonna say these 2 points. I think for people who don't get what Dave is saying, it's very much like when he left the show. Yeah. People aren't grasping the joke. This can enable people who aren't grasping the joke.
Exactly.
That's what it did, though. That's what it did.
He's talking straight to you.
I'm talking about not from the trans community. We already know they have a problem.
Yeah, they got a problem with everything.
I'm talking about people who can't separate the truth from reality or from the joke from whatever, making it go over their head and just saying, yeah, we are laughing at this group of people. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think it kind of, for me, I was like, all right, I mean, I get what he's saying. I get the points. I'm there for it, right? I believe comedy is all those things, but to me, it just wasn't that funny. And B, I think one of the things that he did that was big was he kind of exclusively made the LGBTQ community white, which isn't true. As we know, that wouldn't.
Yeah, I'll counter back. Hold on. All right. So I'm gonna counter that. So now, his thing is this: they're gay up until they need the police, then they stop becoming a minority. They become back part of the majority.
Right.
Not only am I transgender, I'm a white transgender. So treat me better than. You get what I'm saying?
Right.
So my whole thing is this. Cliff, you know how it is, Cliff. Right. You're going to get that reservation. But the thing is, you're a big black man no matter what. The thing with the LGBTQ plus is my whole thing is this. I can stand here, okay, 20 yards away from the road. You can tell I'm a black man.
Regardless of your gender, or not gender, but sexual orientation.
Exactly. I could stand next to Caitlyn Jenner and 20 yards apart, you won't be able to tell if he's transgender until you come up on her. So the thing is with this, you can't pick and choose. You got to have a human experience just like everyone else. And what comes with this human experience is being talked shit about, being a part of the joke, being the butt of the joke,
and accepting it and rolling with it.
Exactly. Being a person who gets to laugh when it's not your turn being joked on.
Because think about this though, equality, right?
Exactly.
That's the whole thing. Everybody want to be equal. It's okay for black people to get joked on. It's okay for white people. It's okay for Hispanics. Asian, every other race, whatever. Fat, skinny. You got a small butt. You got big butt. Whatever the case may be. But I feel like these particular groups of people get mad when the joke is on them because they feel like everybody's ganging up on them. But it's never reversed.
It's because they're still not out the closet.
That's what I think too.
And when is the joke the funniest? When is the joke the funniest?
When it's about you.
When it's not about you.
I think when
I don't give a fuck either way. I think my point was kind of, I get what you're saying. My point is that his comments are kind of circling around that this community is all white.
But the thing is, okay, go ahead. Finish your
so that part is not true because if, just like you said, you can't take your black skin off. A person now put in the point of if you are part of this community and you're also black.
I think black people make up like more than 50% of.
But they're on. But what I'm saying is, okay. But what I'm saying is that you can't.
You can't marginalizing it to one group. So I get what you're saying.
That community is different communities.
But no one gave a fuck about it when RuPaul was doing his thing and pushing the community forward. No one gave a fuck about it. This is the thing. People fail to realize. It didn't become a thing until a heterosexual, super white male hero came out as a woman. Okay?
Who? Bruce Jenner?
Exactly. Because
fuck him. Who is he?
No. Guess what? This is what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How the fuck he gonna be woman of the year? Bitch, you ain't never had a period. You wasn't even a woman a whole year, and you became woman of the year.
That's the craziest part. That was a funny joke.
That's what I'm telling you.
I can't stand.
So this is the thing.
Jenner.
She about to run for governor.
But this is the thing. She gonna win.
Gavin ain't getting up out of there.
But this is the thing that I'm trying to convey. No one cared until it was a white male.
Okay.
This is the hierarchy.
But
White
that's
hold on, Chris.
But
That's what I'm trying to tell you guys. No one gave a fuck when it was black transgenders who were getting killed or hurt. But when the white person came along,
you could take that same argument with drugs. Nobody cared about pills until it went to
the opioid because then nobody give a fuck about crackheads.
I'm just saying
they never cared about us, and that's where my issue lies with people like Billy Porter. He'll build that house. He'll make it so big and pretty in the inside. However,
it was black trans.
It's always
black
been
trans
like
people.
It's always been, but
in the media before Bruce Jenner even decided to come out. It was
right,
but
it didn't catch fire until he.
But I think, but I think this is.
But
I think this is what
the nigga in the Target commercials.
Yeah,
but this is the point.
RuPaul.
This is the point though.
But didn't nobody give a fuck about it until Bruce Jenner attached his face.
I don't think that's true though.
Because we the fucking culture.
I just think
we push everything, but they monetize it.
Hold up, do you claim that culture is yours though? Black trans culture, would you claim that as yours?
Yes.
Y'all done said that. Hey, bro, you know what? Them black trans, bro, they part of
black
the
at the end of the day.
They black.
Bro, that's what I'm saying is that not a whole lot of black people in. Come on now. How many people are gonna be saying, yo, I fuck with that new trans? No, hold up. You fuck with that new trans movement? That's what you gonna tell me?
I'm not gonna tell you that. But I respect it.
No,
because I know
because they're my cousins. They're my nieces.
They're right.
Not even that. It's because I know that goddamn not at least fucking more than half of the gay community is black.
But
I know that.
What I'm saying is and by the way, this is what I'm saying.
Because we out there.
Nobody. It's very convenient that all the people that I've ever talked to within this community, heterosexual black men claiming they is not talking about they support a trans black movement. They is not saying these people are part of my culture.
My mama first cousin gay, and that
but that's
like my dad.
Exactly. So
what I'm saying is that
but
how
he never
many
pushed
people,
that shit upon me.
Exactly.
I'm not saying nothing about nobody pushing
totality.
Nothing.
Like, have you ever had a conversation like, oh yeah,
black men in this community are not saying they support black trans women, black gay men. That's
fucked up.
That's what I'm trying to. That's my point. Getting across is fucked up because while Dave is telling the truth in the closer, he's saying real shit. He is kind of excluding a piece of that community that is real, that is valid, which would be black LGBTQ people.
Touche.
Yeah.
Who are saying that Now, what would you say if a black trans person said and went up to Dave and said, "I find that shit fucking offensive"?
Nigga, you gotta respect that shit.
Like you gotta respect that. Yeah. But that's what I'm saying. Is we're so caught up because, and I get it. We're pissed off because how dare a white person try to regulate a black space? I fucking get it, bro. I hate that shit with all my heart. But if somebody from that community came to you and said, "I find that offensive,"
you gotta respect it.
You have to at least be willing to listen to that piece of the conversation, which I think Dave got into. Certainly at the end is.
When he told the story about his homegirl, that flipped my head because I didn't expect that to end like that.
That shit hit, but again, you gotta be empathetic.
Also, I think the whole message about punching down got lost by people punching down after he, said that. But
because he said, "I want us to come to the table and have a real dialogue
rather than us just saying, oh, you did this, oh, you did that."
And one of my favorite authors, I'm looking dead at his face right now. Oh my, after he post-mortem, they gave him the credit or the accolades he should have. I am not your N-word. Oh my God.
James Baldwin.
Yeah. Put it like this. Everybody knew.
And he was gay.
Everybody knew. But his thing was this. He pushed the culture forward. My thing with him, he pushed the culture forward. He just went off on the tangent saying, blah. And that's why I get angry with Billy Porter. You can criticize us. I don't. But do it in-house. Do it with us to push us forward because
you talking about like educational purposes.
And then on top of it, I look at it this way: you need the genius.
That's a slippery slope, though.
You need the genius, just like you need the dullard and everybody in between. So we need the black transgenders, the gays, whatever you calling yourself, to be a part of the community, to be a part of the black community and push the shit forward.
That's the missing link. Everybody doesn't realize we need each other.
Yeah,
everybody think that if we do it this way, they do it this way. It's not gonna work. It's an amoeba. You
can't
get
too deep on that.
I know. I'm about to
start. You finna get too deep on that.
But you already know.
Because I was just about to say something. But
am I wrong though?
Go ahead. Go ahead. Say that shit.
No.
We in the classroom.
But at the end of the day,
it's not gonna happen, bro.
And guess what?
Not gonna happen.
This shit will go down a rabbit hole and go down a rabbit hole. But all this shit it ties into. It ties into race. It ties into.
It's always like that.
It ties into brainwashing. Because guess what? At the end of the day, black people will never be on the fucking same page.
We won't.
Exactly.
Because we, as black men, though, right? We won't accept black men who are gay. You get what I'm saying?
Like, I ain't got no problem with this.
He not talking about
as a whole. Because this is the crazy thing. We accept the idea of the United States, and you want to know whose idea that was?
Don't do it.
Alexander the Great.
Don't do it.
And Alexander the Great was one of the gayest motherfuckers ever.
We
so anyway,
my bad.
In national news, man,
y'all haven't heard. Educated as fuck if you ain't noticed.
Yeah, we
we use each other for references. He didn't know the name, but I knew.
Exactly.
Yeah, my dog knew that bit. My dog knew that bit. My dog knew. And you left me hanging. It's okay. I'll bleep it out. I'll put a crazy sound effect.
I got you.
Anyway, and that
damn,
moving
your
on,
arm
man.
long as a bitch.
6'3", bro.
That's real.
I ain't gonna say nothing.
I wish I could.
In national news, if y'all haven't heard, and I know this topic is gonna be a button pusher for some people, Timothy Simpkins, if I'm saying his name right, 18-year-old from Texas, allegedly shot
motherfucking
Zacquees Shelby, if I'm saying
first
that
black
right?
school shooter.
For real. I don't even think he's a school
black shooter.
I'm not gonna say that.
DC sniper. This nigga.
Hey, don't forget about the Tampa nigga, now.
Who?
Seminole Heights.
Oh, man, yeah, the McDonald's nigga. Yeah,
he wasn't shooting
on the buses. On the buses.
He wasn't no shooting no school. He was
still a shooter, though.
He was letting off.
He was a serial killer.
Yeah, it's a difference.
It's a difference.
He was a serial killer.
Hey, let's not mark that man. Let's not mark this young man as a serial killer. I know we're making gist of it, but I wouldn't see him as a school shooter solely because school shooter to me is you holding that bitch hostage. Buddy went in there with a mission to shoot one. Okay.
Let me give a backstory. So,
first of all, loaded.
Prayers for everybody involved in this because it's a sad situation. But allegedly, this young man was being bullied. You know, he went about it the right way, talking to the school advisors, getting his parents involved. Stuff didn't stop. Y'all know how it is. If you ever been to a grade school, any school you go to, bullies gonna be bullies, dickheads gonna be dickheads, and sometimes you just gotta go there. I'm not advocating for shooting nobody, but I do believe in the Second Amendment, and we are in Texas, so this could go either way.
I think that shit cap.
But
nigga got dreads and he got a full
it's
20
weird.
wall. He got a full 20 wall in his mouth. Ain't no way he getting bullied. Nigga got goals in his mugshot.
And he got earrings too now.
You not getting bullied, nigga. You not getting bullied.
Maybe somebody bigger than him.
Them niggas was finna jump that nigga. He cleared that bitch out.
That's what I think.
Ain't it a video of him getting jumped though?
If that's true, I don't see no issue with it.
He was getting jumped and he cleared that bitch out.
That's what I think happened too.
Oh, I
Hood
mean, that's
nigga
not
101.
really, right? That's not really a school shooting.
That's not a school shooting. No.
World 27, bitch. If I'm getting jumped,
I'm letting it rip.
Okay, so
I'm letting it rip.
To me,
gunshot that bitch.
Turned down. There you go.
hey, to me, a school shooter is like somebody who's like, all right, let me get this plan drawn out.
Yeah.
We went to school with somebody like that.
Everybody in that motherfucker that laughed,
about he was gonna stab everybody
on their ass.
Oh, he got caught. Then he tried to
I
stab
know that he was about to stab. Yeah, he was about to stab somebody.
Yeah,
I'll stab your ass up in the dark.
But anyway,
you up.
Back to the story. I felt like when I first saw this was going to be kind of spin weird because in my head it was kind of like if a black police officer shot a white person, they would try. It would be weird because you have people on both sides of the fence. And I've seen your argument. He was getting jumped. What else you supposed to do? Because if I'm getting jumped, I'm shooting somebody. I'm just saying.
Facts. Do not try to fight us.
Yeah.
It's just like the little girl. Rest in peace to the little girl. But them girls came to her house to get jumped.
Yeah, man.
Girls came to her house to get jumped.
And
she kept trying to retaliate. Officer done popped her.
And
she
know,
went to try to stab him with the butter knife.
Yeah.
And the officer popped her ass. You know what I'm saying?
And
Rest in peace to her. Yes. We ain't even heard nothing else about that case. Fuck you. And fuck the motherfucking coroners and police officers who ain't looking to Jelani.
Oh my god,
that shit crazy.
Hey,
too.
what is this about his body parts? My
bad.
I don't want to.
We jumped that off.
Eyeballs.
Tongue,
wait.
Oh
Did they find him?
Yeah.
They found his body like that.
Yeah,
found his body like jaw sawed off.
No,
that's a homicide, bro.
Yeah,
homicide. That's a damn.
That's a cold
excavation.
They took the man body part. Same thing with Buddy who got, and I can't remember his name, but the school kid who got found.
White boy that killed him. White football player that killed the black boy. Rolled him up in the mat.
Took his.
That was after though. That was after.
It's still.
No. What I'm saying is that this sound. So that was after.
We don't know. They didn't find his body for like 2 weeks.
Yeah. What I'm saying on this.
Okay,
this
I got
sound
you.
like
this was fresh off real.
Fresh. They like, we finna get.
We finna.
Bitch, they was just taking shit. Selling it wholesale.
I understand you took a nigga body parts. You took the nigga. You went as far as taking the nigga brain,
jaw,
eyeballs.
For what?
Sawed his jaw off.
What the brain for?
Who knows, bro?
Crazy, bro.
Who knows?
Sick.
And for the media to be given, I don't even know the white girl name, and this ain't
condolences
to Tito. I think.
Condolences to her, but for.
It's all that attention on there.
For Jelani Day to not be getting the same type of media coverage, bro.
Are you shocked?
I'm not.
You sound
shocked.
No, I'm saying y'all sound shocked.
We're more angry than shocked.
I'm not shocked at all. It's just that there is literally no humanity in the world. For me, going as hard as I do for all people of, not even of color, just all people.
Yeah. Right.
For you to not feel some type of way that an individual, a person with a beating heart, got murdered like this, bro,
for no reason, and it wasn't like the.
And
I share. I share your sentiment because
what are they doing? They're telling you every single day they don't care.
Give a fuck.
Michael Jackson said it for how long, bro? Michael Jackson said it for how long?
How many everybody do me?
Corey, how many times they got to tell us, bro?
And guess what?
To our face.
That's why I don't fuck with Biden. Fuck you.
Exactly. Strong. He beat Strong Thurman boys.
You won the presidency off of black people back.
You right.
You get what I'm
Strong
saying?
Thurman.
But yet you ain't out here advocating for us.
I will say this. There was misinformation going around about that whole HBCU thing.
Yes, please.
They were saying,
I seen that too.
They were saying that he cut the budget from 45 to 2. That's not what happened.
Not true.
Not what happened at all.
The House wouldn't pass 45 million, so he was like, fuck it, I'm going to give y'all 2 so y'all shut up. So the House shut up and let it pass.
If you do anything
so I can
for
get y'all
niggas,
some
you get
money.
clout. Anything you do for niggas, you gonna get clout.
Or you gonna get pushback. It's gonna be one of the two. It's never
Either
gonna
way,
be.
you gonna get the attention you want.
I feel like it's always just enough.
It's just enough.
Yeah, to keep you satisfied.
Keep you like, damn, I'm real hungry. I don't really want McDonald's. It's not really good.
What
for
do you
me,
think?
But I gotta eat.
What do you think Juneteenth was? Just enough.
Hush money. Instead of giving me a real bill.
Hush money.
And then honestly, I know this may sound fucked up.
That's a bar.
I'm not speaking on that.
I know this may sound fucked up. But I know this may sound fucked up. But I'm gonna speak on it. Juneteenth ain't no fucking holiday for us.
Fuck Juneteenth.
I like Juneteenth, bro.
How many black people knew about that shit? These niggas been celebrating 4th of July since they was motherfucking born.
1776.
I ain't never heard of Juneteenth till last year. You mean to tell me black people is fuck 4th of July. Bitch, shut up. Your ignorant ass ain't no shit about that shit.
All right.
You know you woke.
I will say, hold on.
Say
it is disappointing that like you feel kind of like shitty if you go to a 4th of July barbecue. Now I'm like, God damn, I can't pull up.
All right, so now this is the thing. Hold on. This is my whole thing about Juneteenth. is only for a group of Texicans. Okay, Texas, Arkansas.
That's when they found out, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
And for me,
all.
I know this may sound bad, but people in Texas are pretty fucking dumb. All of them.
I mean,
we in Florida.
we in Florida, so we ain't far behind.
We're not, no, bitch, don't do that. Don't fucking do that. We number three. We number 3 in education.
At least we're not
Texas is
Mississippi.
34.
You know
That's all I'm saying.
Everybody don't get a Florida education.
You know who that? You know who
I
our
got
governor
homeboys
is?
who ain't
I know Rick. fucking
Nah, he ain't Rick no more.
Who is
it's Ron, bro. See,
Ron
look.
DeSantis.
Yeah.
Fuck him. I had him.
Fuck
Fuck
We
him.
going on vacation trips.
he
So what?
shot out.
Ron
Hey,
is the most.
He
that's
shot
the most
out, boy.
ridiculous.
He shot out.
He's a baby Trump.
All I know is he shot out. But anyway, let's get back on track, man. We've been all over the place a little bit. You know, y'all ain't heard
We
from,
some passionate
from all.
niggas.
We just go hard for what we go hard for, man. But anyway, let's go ahead and jump into this topic, man. Go ahead and hit that sound, boss man. So today, man, we want to talk to y'all about something that's going on in not only our neighborhoods and cities, but I'm pretty sure everywhere across
Everywhere.
I'm gonna say in the States because I had never been
In
around
black
the world, but in
communities,
black
fuck that
communities, all urban communities, man. And what that is gentrification. Somebody want to say that word?
Gentrification.
Somebody want to go ahead and define that for the people?
Cliff.
Well,
All right,
yeah.
hold on.
Go ahead,
I'm gonna
bust
give
it
y'all
down,
a true
Cliff.
definition, okay?
I wasn't gonna give you a true definition. I was
I'm gonna give you the dictionary definition, and then we could get into what we think it is.
Yes, sir.
All right. So gentrification is the process of changing the character of a neighborhood. Now, y'all heard that word, changing the
Character of a neighborhood.
That's important. Through the influx of more affluent residents and businesses. Affluent. Remember that word too.
And in this context, character means physical change.
So affluent and character change. Because it tends to change the character of the neighborhood, it is common and it is a common and controversial topic in politics and urban planning. So words that we took from that are
Urban,
changing the character, affluent, and urban.
So we getting your black ass out of there.
Changing the character
Correct.
mean facelift.
Right.
That just mean they painting the turd and. No, I'm not. Gonna say
Don't
painting the
compare.
turd
Don't
because-
compare us to a turd.
Yeah, you're right. You're right. Because most of the time when you hear gentrification, you automatically think about this is a black community.
And it's not. And I think it's important for people
And
to
it's not
understand that
only property,
gentrification
too.
is not solely black.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gentrification is about money.
Yes.
It is.
So
But
it affects
is-
black people and
more
people of
than
color the
paramount.
most.
Paramount.
anybody. You get what
Just
I'm saying?
okay. Since we in Tampa, have y'all noticed it in our locality?
Oh my god.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh my God! We went to Chamberlain High School, man.
Right.
So
Bro, that whole
right
area
by
look
what
different.
was by Chamberlain, the Springs,
If
right
they-
there across
I
Bush.
said to
Little
somebody, if
Yep.
they get the Springs, it's a wrap for us, bro.
And
And
they
they
killing
trying.
it.
There's a
Yeah.
They got
bando.
it.
There's a bando house, trap house, directly across the
When
street
the
from
last
my
time
wife's.
anybody been on Zillow?
Oh
so
my
look,
god.
So look, check this out.
The trap
Right
house is
across-
about 300.
trap house. They used to have about 15 dogs in the yard, meth heads in and out all day. Bro, this house is going for $250,000.
Yeah.
Trust me. I
They
know.
put paint and some mulch in the yard.
Yeah.
That's all they did.
Because like
$250.
in 2018, 2019, the houses over there, a high one was 175, and that was high.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
get when
For
you get
Silver
a
Springs?
200, but it was nice.
In the
Yeah.
Springs, though,
That's
that's
high.
a lot.
That's
'Cause
high.
I grew up over there, so
And it's
I know.
but the house is nice. But like I used to say,
course
boy,
it's nice.
Trap House 3 got a K with me and 3 young that stay with me.
Shout out Gucci Man.
All I
Boy,
know
that's what's
is-
over there.
Okay, so that's what we see going on. So, do y'all only think it affects brown and black people?
Yes, it only
Just that
affects,
only
Well,
that
if you're
group?
looking at it affecting, if we're talking about money, right?
Yeah.
Those are the unfortunately, if we're looking at poor areas outside of the few poor whites that are there, those are who affected the most in the community.
Exactly. And
Black people
but-
and brown people.
Okay.
But
And for
come
me,
on, to
I'm
keep
on the
it
other
real-
side though.
But
I'm
to keep it-
gonna play devil's advocate this episode.
all right, well,
Go ahead.
yeah.
No, y'all tell
All
me.
right, so for
Go
me,
ahead.
this is how I see gentrification. Gentrification is capitalism that meets revisionist history.
Okay.
Because not only does it make a facelift on that community or that neighborhood, it appropriates the culture that is there, whether it's
got
food,
you.
music, how you
Go
feel
ahead. I'm
about
gonna
the
let you
community.
finish.
Anything that was there that we created, like any cool shit that we created,
I'm gonna crush that shit.
boop.
Cause you know I love it. I'm gonna crush that
Go
shit.
ahead, go ahead.
To me, gentrification, and he's talking about appropriating
Yeah,
shit.
yeah.
That shit is killing whatever tradition was there.
Correct.
It's
Whatever
correct.
tradition was there, we getting that shit up out of there.
Yeah.
You want to know why? because it's easier to kick you niggas out and just rebuild this shit than to help you niggas elevate.
Yeah. No, not when you can monetize it. Like the food.
I'm saying,
like
but the food. Who's going to
Who's
Ella's on Nebraska?
Yeah.
Who's going to Ella's on Nebraska?
Yeah.
How many soul food restaurants do we got in Tampa?
They're going to.
I know of one.
They're going to put
Mr.
shit
B's
in
is
there.
kind of fire though.
Oh yeah, it
I'm
is.
saying we had a lot of them.
We had.
But
How
see,
many
okay,
of them?
But they
when
still make those items on their on white menus now.
I was just about to say that
But where's the tradition in that shit?
But that's what I'm telling you.
Y'all arguing the same thing.
How many?
That's what I'm trying to tell him. We arguing
Y'all
the
arguing
same thing.
I
know.
That's why I
But
said
I'm
it meets
saying.
gentrification is capitalism meets revisionist history.
So aside from that, I get the food
I don't
points.
even think it's capitalism
Because
plus fucking genocide.
it is.
Because when you
It is.
fucking
It's cultural
gentrify these
genocide.
areas
It's cultural genocide.
and you kick these motherfucking you kick my people out of this shit who are on Section 8, low income home, low income housing, and they got it. Where you pushing them to? Riverview, Brandon?
Yeah.
They can't afford shit out there because the fucking
But you know what
real
they do?
estate, the
It's
fucking
crazy.
housing market is
What
ridiculous.
They
in Tampa.
build the low income housing that look nice, put everybody in one block so they know where everybody at.
So
And
we
then
know,
But they can't even
So,
move out
so
there.
we know. Okay, so speaking of what you're talking about, moving people out to something that they can't afford, right? So we know in the article that the Tampa Bay Times, they were talking about how in the last year, rent and everything has risen. We were already at 15% higher from the year before.
It's right here.
It's been
Because
It's up to
because it went from $1.63 square footage to
It's like
$1.80
it's like
89 square foot.
So an apartment, a 2-bedroom, it was what?
shit.
$1,000.
I got it right here.
That shit like $1,300.
It was $1.41 per square foot in June, and then it hit 161 or 163. I'm sorry.
So I live in the Springs, or I live somewhere where the rent's supposed to be cheap.
Yeah.
And they
All right, I'm paying $900 a
Bro,
month. Now, let's take away the fact that somebody might be getting assistance, because a lot of people, even though we have this facade that so many people are getting assistance, we also know a lot of people. aren't.
Right.
So let's just say we're one of those folks where we don't get assistance.
Bro.
Yeah.
We work in some little call center job. No, not little. Excuse me, a call center position where you make it $13, $14 an hour, because right now that's what you can get.
Right.
It's not a livable wage, bro.
You got a kid.
It's not a livable wage. It's not.
And you got to pay
The thing that-
$1,300 a month.
Not
I
even
got a
possible.
partner who
I'm
owns
the
a property
sack
in
man
East
now.
Tampa, and he's charging motherfucking $1,600
Bro.
in rent to stay in East
Sick.
Tampa.
They just raised my rent $100 for no reason.
Yeah.
Just because the prices. That's the part. Like,
and what they're and what, okay, go ahead.
let me say this: if gentrification was benefiting our people, would it be bad?
No.
Because
That ownership.
Check this out. And this is going to sound crazy, but for diversity, I'm going to play devil's advocate. There's always going to be somebody at the bottom, and I don't think it should be us, because we, in my opinion, if it was for us, we wouldn't even have this country. But
No, that's not your opinion. That's fact.
it's fact. But for clarification, that's going to be my opinion today. But if we owned the stuff that was being bought and sold, would it be an issue?
No,
because we become wholesalers and we own our communities.
And you're not what the
But
key word. Hold up, what the
once
key
you
word
sell
that
it-
Corey mentioned and what JJ mentioned was what is important is they are wiping out a culture of people.
Yes.
they're taking it and they're saying
Killing
it's
it.
theirs. Seminole Heights.
Bro, it's
have
not
you
the same.
been to Seminole?
I drove
fucking
down
Heights?
Florida.
Bro,
There are
Florida-
how many breweries on?
Exactly.
Have you been to a motherfucking craft brewery?
Hey, I've been in there. Yes, I was on a date there.
Okay, you went
But
on
before,
a date.
but
You know he
before
got
then,
hoes.
Would you have fucking walked into a craft brewery?
Never.
no.
Never in my
Before
life.
that. And I guarantee you, the people catching that fucking bus out there on
Bruh.
Nebraska, the motherfucking crackheads,
They can't
and
afford
everybody
it.
else that
Can't
walks
afford to
up
go in
that
there.
shit.
But see, that's
will
the
not
thing
be going
that-
to a goddamn craft brewery.
That's what I don't understand. Like, okay, if we own, let's say we own a block of buildings, right? And we've been in the neighborhood, because I've seen the videos when the whole George Floyd thing happened. I didn't jump back too far in history. They was vandalizing a black man's store. He came out, why y'all vandalizing my stuff? Go into their neighborhood. Y'all destroying y'all own stuff.
Them fuck niggas
It was stupid. I know.
Them fuck niggas-
Trust me, I know.
Yeah.
decimated
The wrong stuff.
Exactly.
The wrong stuff.
And he a
Yes.
fucking black owner.
And then you wonder why he sell and leave. Because if you don't care about where you live, why should somebody else?
That's because-
that's
I
the
ain't
whole
gonna get off on
problem.
that
And,
So,
and we
okay,
wasn't
look,
taught. We taught better.
But check me out. Why?
Talk better.
You should know.
I'm not finna do that. I'm not
you know-
even
you
finna
should
go
know.
down that
You
fucking
should
rabbit
know.
hole, because at the end
You
of the
should
day,
know, bro.
I don't give a fuck how the media see us, how other people see us.
You should know.
You know what the fuck going on in your household,
You know right from wrong.
Black people are raised with the utmost respect, bro. Right. So when we go out here and we actually cut the fucking food,
come on now.
It's because it's on our own.
Both of us. Hold on. Both of us teach. We both teach.
Yeah.
So now them little girls and them little boys don't come in there showing their ass.
They do, but did you not show your ass when you was little?
But that's
not like that. Not like that. Because Mildred had a fan belt for my ass.
No,
I did not show my ass.
Showing your ass is showing your ass.
No, it ain't.
Yes, it is.
I wouldn't have said shit to my teacher. The same shit these little motherfuckers say to me.
Check this out though. He not talking about in school. At home, he talking about. Because your mama told you what to do, but you still gonna go at the ass.
Fucking Molotov cocktail or set some shit on fire, like
never.
But here's the thing though, like I hear where y'all coming from. Mob mentality is not one race. It doesn't equal one thing. So understand you have to take in the context of, and yeah, we could say what a lot of people wouldn't do. We could say that shit. We know everybody. We do this. We know how this person was raised. But mob mentality is real. It doesn't have a fucking skin color.
It don't.
So if people are already at the top, they pissed off all this shit, they're gonna think it's gonna happen. And we getting off topic because we're not. But what I'm getting back into is that I do not like to hear that it's a community thing necessarily. Besides the fact that there's people who fuck up. Yeah, there's people who do bad shit.
But you know it's a community thing now, though.
But we know
it is factual. It's a community thing now. You get what I'm saying? Yeah. Because we've been brainwashed to the point to where even in the media, we look at ourselves like gorillas.
Yeah, literally. We don't trust each other.
I'm not talking about monkeys.
Yeah,
I'm talking about gorillas. You know, I'm like the GUER.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Gorillas. Like, really.
Okay. Y'all feel so? I'm assuming everybody on the side of it's negative. It's a negatively impacted thing. So
what about because there's no positive to it?
Okay, I'm about to get
because we don't have ownership in our communities.
We don't. You're right. But what about the store owners and stuff that say, you know what, I'm tired of being here. They don't support me. I'm gonna go out anyway because you know you got people.
I can understand them having that gripe, but what it is, we have to foster
that.
Somebody
got a phone on that keep vibrating.
Cliff. Oh. But we have to foster. We have to foster that in the community because what I want to do is get a program in Arcadia, Florida, DeSoto County, where we go in our neighborhoods and we clean it up. Just don't throw that paper there.
Yeah.
You have to have a sense.
That's my point. And it's always the same thing. If we don't care about our own neighborhood, why are you going to be mad at somebody else who's not caring about it?
But I don't get mad at them.
It's not fair. It's not
because people care about their neighborhood. You just
some do, but they don't foster it. We don't foster it correctly.
And when I say value, I'm talking about the monetary piece of it. It's not. We was just talking about how if a bunch of black families bought a bunch of homes in a black neighborhood, the value of that neighborhood is not going up.
It's not
because it's not going. No matter how well they take care of it, no matter
because of the powers that be, they're gonna say, "Nah, it's too many urban people here. It's not worth the same."
But if I move,
it's not even that it's not even the powers that be. It's
the powers that be do regulate the money and the market.
People in the community. If we all get together and we buy houses in this community for these black people that are low income or who can't afford it themselves, guess what they're gonna do? They're going to still fuck it up because they can't think outside of the box.
That's true. That's a harsh statement, but it's true.
But that's why I'm saying we have to foster.
It's real.
We have to foster. We have to foster what we want to see, though. We have to foster it. So we have to take the kids. Yes, we can. We have to get the kids early. Just how you can teach a child how to read, you can foster that same.
We both educators,
but
we both doing it. We getting these kids at an early age.
You missing the point.
You got a whole little boy at your school that wear a fucking dress.
Hey, it's a time. You missing the time. Mm-hmm. It's not instantaneous. It's going. You talking about a 5 to 10 year thing that's going to take time to change.
Not even that. You think them weak ass 7-8 hours at school gonna be a bigger influence than the influence that he get at home?
But hold on now, that's what I'm saying. We gotta grab those kids and get those after school programs because I know you ain't
funding for all them.
We can be that funding.
You right.
We can,
but it don't take a collective.
No, put like this. No, we are going to be that funding.
You right.
Yes,
right.
Because see, look, I'm old school with mine. Where we all know we got a cousin that get $500 worth of food stamps. Guess what, y'all bring?
Don't get this man started. Do not get him started.
You like food stamps?
No, it's not that he don't like it. Oh. We as people, we settle for that shit.
No, but
we
I'm saying
never get off of it.
But that's what I'm saying. Hold on, I get it.
Hold
on. Let me finish the argument.
We can't hear.
Let me finish the argument because we all know we got some old person, or not even some old person. We got some person in the community that says, you know what, I see Corey as my child as well. So you know what, I'm a will and deal. I know I got this person that gives such and such dollars worth of food stamps. Let me host this after school program. I can feed them that way when they get here.
That's a good idea.
And a lot of people, I don't look at it, and I get mad too. Why the fuck you let somebody determine your self-worth and your value by giving you $700? Because I told one of my students.
It's a mental thing.
I told him, look, and I don't use the N-word, but to stress my fact, I was like, you're going to be a $700 nigga the rest of your life. He was like, what you mean, Mr. Peterson? Look, you let them identify you as ESE with an emotional and behavior disorder. So they're going to put you on that SSI. Now you're emotionally and physically and mentally handicapped. You cannot work anywhere. You have that label. It sticks with you, son.
Your mama ain't even getting as much money as the school getting off you.
Exactly.
That's crazy.
So now, like
that's a whole
per child.
So now,
don't get me started.
So now,
you know how much the detainee programs get for kids? It's $30 a year per kid.
And that's what I'm saying. So now, we have to stop letting that be the mind frame, the project passed down to one. Yeah. No, don't do that.
Okay.
Let me get your child and let me show your child a different way.
You absolutely right.
Because we have to foster what we want to see in our community instead of saying, that little badass fuck, I don't want to, but that little exactly. But that little badass fuck is smart. He's intelligent.
Turned into the right direction.
Exactly.
I agree 100%. But obviously, we could talk about that all day because you got kids who are going to.
I gotta tie into this.
But I'm about to give you.
Let me tie into it too. Just like how I said, we need the genius and the duller and everyone in between. We still need them gay people in the community to push the black community forward.
You're right. But they don't feel accepted, so they don't come. They don't come.
But that's the thing, though. We got to ingratiate them back.
You're right. It's a start. It's a stepping stone. But a positive to this. What about the kids who are now? We talking about younger kids. What about the teenagers now in this age group who want to be engineers and who want to be stockbrokers and who want to be tech people? Because check this out though. I just saw an article in Forbes about how Tampa's becoming the next boom city for the tech. Yeah, and like downtown, they building all this stuff. Again, they quote unquote gentrifying the area, building all these Fortune 500 businesses. All those kids who might live in this community who are advocating for those kind of jobs for them, if you got a degree in that area and you black right now, you gonna get hired because of the move. And I know you do. I want to
talk from professional.
But let me finish my thought though. If they have the same mindset as us, say one of us tap into one of them kids and they be like, okay, I'm gonna do that. They get a job there. Could that potentially be a positive of that gentrifying?
Because you know why? Because that kid is not gonna come. Let me not say not.
It's a chance that he could.
There's a good chance. Yeah. There's a good chance that kid is, because his neighborhood, let's say he comes from where we're from, he's going to say, with the mentality of, nobody wants to fix this up. Yeah. Why does it have to be me? He's going to move to the neighborhoods.
Bigger than me.
Yeah.
Bigger than you.
So that's why I agree with Corey, because you have to. I tell my friends all the time. I've told you this, Chris. I told my best friends, I will buy a house. When I buy a house, it's going to be in these neighborhoods if I can afford one.
A lot of motherfuckers don't even see.
I'm not leaving out of my neighborhood.
We had hardship, but your shit was harder than ours because you're a mixed child in a predominantly black neighborhood. Yeah. So not only
I'm not gonna say my shit was harder,
but I'm saying
he's bigger than everybody. Listen, so it's different.
I'm saying,
and then on top of
not even for us, we don't gotta prove shit. This our neighborhood. We here. You gotta prove yourself to us.
Right. Yeah.
You gotta get acceptance from us. You gotta get acceptance from us, not only from your parents and everybody. You gotta get that shit from us. For you to be able to come outside and play with us, nigga, you gotta come through us. Yeah. You get what I'm saying? But you not even seeing that as a jit. You like, I'm just going outside to play.
I'm just going
nigga,
out.
We at a young age already see color. Yeah. This fuck nigga white. Fuck him.
Right.
That's how it is.
What you bringing to the table?
All right. So hold on. Let me. Bro. So Cliff, my nephew, he's biracial. He's a Kappa.
Gay ass nigga.
Don't talk about my nephew.
I'm not gonna say.
But
gay ass.
I'm gonna bleep that. All right.
So the thing is, with my nephew was this: I never saw him as being light skinned or biracial. Bitch, you my sister's son. Like, for everybody who don't know, my sister's 23 years older than me. My nephew's 36 now.
What up, Mush Pop?
That's the Gainesville baby. At Greater Gainesville area, we'll say that. But this is the thing. I never saw my nephew as different because, like, bitch, you my blood, you my family. I see you as such. for me, and then I had those conversations with him. He was like, yeah, I had the fight the white boy because like I'm black, and then I had to fight the black dude because I wasn't black enough. I was like, damn, I didn't know you went through that. Because like in Arcadia, he was insulated, but when they moved to Hawthorne, shit got tricky for him. You feel me?
Yeah.
So for me, it's like I can kind of see that, but for me, my whole thing was like I never saw you different. Like,
what you talking about?
Because it's the fact that, bro, like, really, it sad me to say this. This is why I'm so passionate about what I do. This is why I go hard for what I do. Is because as black people, bro, we are our own demise, bro.
But I didn't.
It's
because you riding in the car with me.
It's lame as fuck to be smart.
But I didn't have that experience though.
I used to have,
because for me,
I didn't have that experience.
And for me, I never saw that experience for you because my whole thing was this: you black like me, bitch. I know we both finna have to fight.
You black.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure you got a black father,
and I come from DeSoto County.
But I knew. But see, my experience growing up was never. And I'm hoping, I don't want to speak for everybody that's biracial, but they know what the hell I'm talking about when I say this. Our experience growing up is very, very different from somebody that is 100% black.
Yeah.
And it's not harder, is what I'm saying.
Phenotype black.
And I hold them motherfuckers to the cross. I'm not going to cap. I hold them motherfuckers to the cross.
So I'm not a person who will say my life was harder, bro. I didn't have black kids I didn't have to prove who I was.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because I wasn't a threat. You know what I'm saying? I came out there with a white mom and they saw me and they was like, all right, bet, he cool.
Yep.
So, but growing up, the only time I really experienced racism or when my mom told me to act a little bit different is if I was around white people. Mm-hmm. Understand this is a white woman who knows how white people act and portray certain people. She would say, you know,
use this for
we're going to get your hair cut so they don't say nothing about your hair.
Respect.
We're going to go to this because
she was trying to shield you. She was trying to shield you.
You know how my mom
and
is.
she was trying to shield him because she was still going through them same, you know what I'm saying?
She took all the brunt of that, so he wouldn't have
so Cliff, like, that's why I say, like, I would have never seen you as different because I come from DeSoto County. Boy, there's some crackers out there. When I say, my mama told me this, God rest her soul, she was like, JJ, I know how you is. They gonna say nigga because it was Reba Rao birthday party. We out there, Confederate flags in the house. I remember this shit like it was yesterday, boy. She's like, JJ, I know how you is. They gonna call you a nigga and you gonna be ready to fight. Lo and behold, put your shirt back on, nigger. We was out there wrestling. It was October.
Jesus.
So guess what, Cliff? If you there, I know they talking to you too, bitch.
I wouldn't have seen him no different either, though, because I
know, because Cliff, bitch,
look, they treated black people treated me different, bro.
But for me, I wouldn't have saw you different because I know when they say nigger, I know, bitch, we finna bump.
Right. But
bitch,
look, y'all my boys, right? Like, y'all my boys, like y'all who I hang out with. I don't think y'all understand, like, bro, parents would treat me differently.
Right.
I would go to those parents' house. Come on in, Cliff.
Yeah.
How many kids that your parents told you they was black? Make sure you watch him now. Mm-hmm. They never say that about teachers. Teach me different. I went to Robles Park Head Start.
I ain't never had nobody watch
Robles Head Start.
Oh no, I had some niggas I grew up with that I had to watch, boy, because them niggas,
they gave me extra juice. Look, I'll be good one day.
I know my niggas. Juice. I fuck with them, but I know my niggas.
Yeah.
They gave me extra juice, all that shit. But I didn't get none of them other kids got that, man.
You said something earlier that I wanted to touch on about being smart was not cool, right?
It wasn't.
But I used to get picked on so hard in middle school because I was a teacher's pet. I
was smart in high school. Don't let Chris fool y'all. That nigga was cool as shit in high school, bro.
I was still the smart kid though. I did all my work. I sat in the front. Like I just liked school. It was easy to me.
Exactly.
So like it wasn't hard. But when I would talk, you talking in white voice. What is that?
And then they would hit you with, bitch, school over with. Why you talking smart?
I used to hate that shit, get roasted for doing my homework in class. I'm like, bro, I don't want to do this shit at home. I'm
about to flame jazz for doing that.
Listen, that's what gentrification is doing. You get what I'm saying? Like, that's what gentrification took away from the black community. It was never, you talking white, you doing this and that and the third. No, nigga, you being you.
You're talking like yourself.
Yeah. You feel me? But now, since white people in the media portray us as this, nigga, you talking white. If you're educated, you're white.
That's a bar.
Nigga, no.
Did you niggas
forget about fucking Black Wall Street?
If you live in a nice neighborhood, you live in a white neighborhood.
Back to your point of hearing about Juneteenth. When did we hear about that?
Yeah.
It wasn't a thing until it was a fad.
Niggas forgot a black back.
But again,
because white people. Fuck, it's a fact. White people took away our tradition. And gave us something else to believe in or to look up to.
And like we was, gentrification is not just about property, facelift and stuff. It can be tied into food. We touched on that. Even when it comes to like clothing and streetwear, I've been collecting shoes.
Because Paula Dean punk ass.
Bro, I've been collecting
That's
shoes.
tradition. However you want to cut it, whatever word you want to use, at the end of the day, it's going to boil down to tradition.
But every cool thing we've always started, whether it's from rock and roll, jazz.
Don't get me started on Elvis. But
it ain't never been ours. And I'm going to tell you why they ain't never been ours. Because white people allowed that bitch to touch the media. They allowed that shit.
He who controls the media controls the masses.
I think one of the important quotes on gentrification is, and mind you, I'm not saying gentrification is saying that black neighborhoods and brown neighborhoods are ghetto, but the quote is, everything is ghetto until it becomes fashionable.
Yeah.
Just like braids, the braids that females wear.
Yeah.
Hey, shout out to black people for Chris. Shout out to you, bro. Hey, shout out to the young black folks and the black folks keeping their hair natural. Braids,
that was the whole point of me.
That's a whole movement.
I love it, bro.
Yeah.
I love it. My wife got locks.
The crown hat. But back to what I was about to say is more than just property. Like I said, I've been collecting shoes since 2006.
Yeah.
So like I've been into the part where I'm going to conventions. I'm like, it's different now. Like it used to be sociable. Like we would go talk to people you meet, network, you could exchange information, do business with different people. Now everything's online. It's all like they got a whole Netflix show about this shit.
Wasn't there a Nike kid whose mom worked for Nike?
Bruh, the Jit was taking all of the shoes from the releases and stockpiling them on her account,
like,
and then reselling them.
How can you?
You talk about how you
into a fair spot? With
and
that?
I hate how you gentrify shoes, bruh.
They showed you.
You could gentrify anything,
bruh. The man was taking pictures with stockpiles in his garage of releases that are supposed to come out.
He a plug with it.
No, he was stealing. That ain't no plug. He white, so it was a plug. But if it was
look, white people are good at that game now.
Very much so. They use the loophole when it's to their benefit. But if you do it, I do it.
Your ass gonna be on first 48. Quick.
Exactly.
But the reason we ain't cool at it is because it's easy for black people to scheme. We don't.
Not even that. It's not even. It's easy for us to get caught because we don't know what the fuck to do with the money.
Yeah, the demeanor, how we braggadocious with it.
I'm gonna kill this shit because y'all gonna think I'm fucked up in the head. I'm not fucked up in the head. I know what you're finna say. Black people, I'm not. Listen, I'm not even gonna say that.
A little bit.
I'm fucked up.
A little bit.
But I'm gonna tell you the truth though. Listen. As black people from the black community, we know that it's a difference between niggas and black people.
Shit, I'm not going in this conversation.
Niggas do not value education. Niggas do not value education. Black people
Chris
do.
Rock said it
That's
best,
why they invest in shit. Niggas not gonna do that.
Well, what about crackers?
Why
crackers and white people? Everybody know that.
So can we? And that's why I don't. Can it just be shitty people and not shitty people?
Fuck it, shitty people and not shitty people.
You know what I'm saying? That's why I don't like.
I'm black. I'm black.
I think
crackers go hard for niggas.
Really, like crackers really like.
What's a cracker though? A poor white person?
No. These crackers, the crackers I know,
because you can be rich and still be a cracker. Now.
Exactly, because they own the production. Capitalism is what crackers are. Capitalism. My bad.
It's a difference between black people and niggas. We know this.
It is.
What is the difference between white people and crackers?
Emphasize that. That's got to be racist.
Oh, it might be.
I'm a nigga.
Facts.
So, what is the difference between white people and crackers? Because we know the difference between niggas and black people.
All of them are crackers until proven innocent. Because you got to think about it. Capitalism is their vehicle. Like some people,
but
like,
it can be
ours.
Hold on, I think that's what he's getting at. Is it could be ours.
But that's what I'm saying.
But that's what I'm saying.
Niggas took initiative.
That's what he's saying.
And that's what the fuck I'm trying to do is give these niggas or let them see that they can take initiative. They don't have to wait for some shit to come on Bay News 9 and tell them that the shit is right or wrong.
But this is the thing.
You can see it for yourself.
But if you calling them that, they're never going to advance.
Nigga, I'm a nigga. That shit don't hurt my fucking feelings.
But that's the thing. They had to be molded into that mind frame.
He right.
He's saying the same thing. Because guess what? I bet you was called a nigga. I ain't never been in ESC. You was in ESC.
At all.
But you triumphed. You overcame that shit.
What? Hey, I learned something.
That's more disrespectful than being called a nigga.
I heard
they calling you a stupid nigga.
Hey,
but they feel like that about us from jump though. But that's how they feel about black people. But just like when I told you, Danielle Palace, she wouldn't have passed junior year English without me. I was trying to bang her, a white girl. She was like, Jamal.
That is, bro.
You was trying to what?
Where's Dr. Umar?
Yeah, you finna go on the list.
Where is Umar?
Hey, check this out though. No,
but this is the thing though. I'm piggybacking what he's saying.
I'm finna tie the bow on what he just said.
So this is the thing. They look at you that way always automatically.
So don't prove them right.
Right.
But this is the thing. Where are we proving them right?
We don't value education, bro. He just said it.
But in order to be that, they had to make you into that.
No, check this out.
We get it. This is a chicken and the egg argument.
You're right. No, it's not.
I feel like this is a chicken and the egg.
This is my last thing on this shit. Why the fuck do black people celebrate so hard for their children's graduating high school? That shit is basic.
It's supposed to happen.
It's free. It's given.
It's supposed to happen.
That's the point. It's given.
You could argue.
These niggas celebrate some shit that is attainable by anybody. How many people, how many black people, how many people do you know aspire to go to college to get a bachelor's degree, get a master's degree?
I'm on a different side of that because I feel like that was part of the prison industrial complex, but at the same time,
right? I think that
I'm just saying,
but it's still a higher learning
because that was something how many black people couldn't have. How many families in general? What I'm talking about,
high school degree.
Wait.
You're talking about college
education. I'm talking about college education. How many families couldn't have that? We're talking about generations of people.
Exactly.
But now we got the opportunity to do it, and these niggas don't do it.
Check this out, though. But
they were molded into that mind frame of being an N-word.
It's two different sides of that argument. Because if you go to school and get an education, your job is not going to afford you the same opportunities as if you get it on your own and be an entrepreneur. In this day and age, we just had this conversation. Mm-hmm. We was 5 or 10 years late for the technology stuff to stream all that stuff.
Yeah. You gotta sacrifice the few for the many.
Right. I'm cool with that. But the same people who we talking about now that's growing up under us, they don't see education as a vehicle to get out because there's so many fast moving ways to get money. I was going to say to your point, to tie a bow on it, and I don't like Florida State, but Myron Rolle told me this and it always stuck with me. Don't let your circumstances define your outcomes.
That's all I'm saying.
And that's what he's been saying the whole time. So he's a Florida State
scholar.
Rhodes Scholar.
And
just for emphasis for you two motherfuckers, he's also a capitalist.
You from the fucking country.
Yeah, that got to do with it.
You could have let that shit dictate where you went. How many motherfuckers make it up out of a small town?
It's not few. I mean, not many.
Not many.
But you had the mindset to know that the world is bigger than fucking Arcadia. It's bigger than the watermelon patches.
You're right.
Yeah.
How many kids grow up not knowing that the world is bigger than what the fuck they at?
But it's because how I was taught. And was indoctrinated.
But you have the responsibility to teach that to them niggas.
That's what I'm going back to do.
I'm just saying, bro.
We've been basically running the same thing.
Kind of what you're saying is, at this point, right? You the one person. You have to go back. You're talking to the community saying we made it, right? Chris made it. You made it. In the grand scheme of things, we essentially made it. We didn't make it, but we made it.
We made it.
I'm saying?
We're not in jail. And we're not dead.
Celebrate the small wins.
It's our responsibility to go back, touch however many people it is, whether it's their kids, the person. Okay, you can't get through to this one nigga, right? I can't get through to him, but he might have a son or a daughter.
Touch one person.
So you remember what the basis, the foundation of my foundation. I couldn't get my homeboy out,
right?
But I can get his child out. You get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Like, nigga, not even your homeboy, your next door neighbor. You might ain't never met that motherfucker. Somebody who move in there just as poor as you. It's your responsibility to help that motherfucker see that the world is bigger than this block.
That's what I've been saying the whole time.
Tie this? I want to close it off on gentrification. Then you can't go back and change it if it no longer exists. Mm. So if the idea is to say, I want to change my community, I want to be able to get in there and get it gone and bring value to it. You can't do it when somebody comes in, buys everything, changes the restaurants, claims the food as their own, claims the music as their own, claims the fashion as their own, and then says you can't come back. And if
Or
we can't
ownership.
physically tell you that, but I can make this apartment $2,000.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And
ownership.
I'm telling you that.
Yeah.
We have to get ownership in our community.
That shit happened to my aunt, and she lived in California, right? She was living in the apartment, single lady, whatever. They raised her rent to 3 G's.
Isn't that like cheap out
San
there?
Francisco.
That's cheap.
That's cheap in San Fran.
She was
Yeah,
like,
they gonna pay
she
you.
just moved and bought a house. You're like, that's
California,
stupid.
Seattle area.
Yeah, that's just all
Seattle,
crazy.
Washington.
But after reading these articles, bro, that I read, it seemed like Tampa going in that direction.
But the thing is with Tampa though, the like in Boston,
once they bring this
Boston
Braves
and-
ballpark over here,
but Boston and other areas like that's went through that gentrification.
Oh, yes.
What raised though was the money, the pay rate. Southerners
we're not doing.
But
we're not
Southerners
doing
do
that.
not like to pay
We're
people.
not doing that,
So
bro.
yeah.
bro,
That's a great
everything.
point.
Everything
That's a great
around us goes up.
Yeah.
but not the price.
What's
of
the
what we're
minimum
getting paid.
wage right now?
$10.36.
It's nuts, bro.
Come on, bro.
You can't.
I
you
understand why my
literally can't
cousins
live
were
there.
drug dealers, like straight up.
That's the sick part of it, because we can get into generational wealth, but like
How?
no, I'm
But-
saying I'm talking about
that's
in this
how you-
conversation.
Yeah.
The only way to survive that is generational wealth. Like, okay,
Correct.
the dude who moved across from me, like the people who lived there, it was an Asian lady and her husband. They moved out because she's a doctor. She just whatever. Long story short, it's two younger white kids that go to USF that live across from me now. He got a Benz, don't got a job. His dad paid for it because he's a student. The only way for that to happen is if for his dad to be in a position to be able to provide that.
Exactly.
Right? So what?
Get a life insurance policy on your grandma.
That's what I was just
Exactly.
about to say.
If,
Please. $1
10 of
million
us,
life
if
insurance.
10 of
I've
us
said that
pay,
before.
if 10 of
I've
us
said
paying
that before.
$100 a month,
I've said that before.
Please.
we in there.
I've
Please,
said that
you,
before.
you just built generational wealth.
said that
Exactly.
before.
And this is my whole thing. Ownership, we have to buy our communities.
But
Because hold on.
If we can't get it before what we talk about happens, it's a wrap.
Exactly. Because what it is, a lot of times we'll say,
a
oh,
wrap.
they bought us out. But a lot of times we didn't want to come back home
Not
to
even
those.
that.
Hold
We'll
on.
sell out too.
Exactly. We didn't, because we didn't want to come back home to run the shop, or run the duplex, or run the rooming house.
So what y'all think generational wealth is? Y'all looking at it from a monetary value?
No, because essentially that's what it would be is money and lands.
To me, that's generational.
I think it provides opportunities.
It's parts of it. It's moving parts.
That's not so for me. Generational wealth. I not only want to leave my kids a house,
Yeah.
nice goddamn, you know what I'm saying, life insurance policy and all of this shit, but I also want to leave my kids a legacy, a responsibility. You get
Cultural
what I'm saying?
capital.
Yes,
I believe is
that's,
the term.
to the community.
A responsibility, a service to the community that they gotta pay because everybody ain't fortunate. I grew up less fortunate, but I at a young age noticed that I could be one of the fortunate. And then I knew when I became one of the fortunate that I had a duty to pay that motherfucker, pay the people back who, you know what I'm saying, took on that duty back then. So think about this. Most of the people at the Boys and Girls Club were volunteers. They didn't get paid for that.
Right.
Yeah.
They did a duty to you to ensure some sort of success for you.
Yeah.
So do you not feel obligated
To give it back.
pay that
Pay
back?
it forward.
Pay it forward.
100%.
Have you?
100%.
Generational wealth, just not
like
from
that.
in the home.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It
What
from
you
the
said,
community.
cultural capital.
Yeah, cultural
Yeah.
capital is
I like
what they
that.
call it.
Because
From the community.
Because I love Mr. Walmack. God rest his soul. I love Miss Faison. God rest her soul. Coach Bauer
Also,
still alive.
we all had a teacher
Dr.
that
Johnson.
impacted our lives that we still remember,
You feel me?
and we
All
see 'em.
4 of those are black educators that
Yeah.
live in my neighborhood.
Look at that. So it's not like it can't be done or it's impossible to do. It's just, I think we got to figure out in totality as a community of black people, gays included, whatever you want to call yourself, whatever gender you
However
are,
you identify.
whatever
I
you
need
identify as, whatever your
Like-
socioeconomic status is, we all got to come
it
together.
boils down to we have to get back to the tradition of it takes a village. It ain't
Bruh.
matter what the fuck
You know
your
that was lost.
sexuality was or
That
nothing.
was
It
lost with
takes
our
a
parents.
village.
The last
Yeah.
generation to do that was our parents. So now, if we don't carry that torch, that shit going forever.
It go back to family reunion. When the last time
And
you
that's
been
the
to
year-
family reunion?
Boy, I only been to one my entire life, and I was in elementary school.
And that
And all it was arguing, so nobody fucked
Cliff,
with
when
each
the
other.
last
now.
time you been to family reunion?
I've been to one. And it was
I'm
about 10 years ago.
orchestrating. I'm orchestrating one now.
And
That's
actually,
right, because you noticed that you the future. You had to.
Because
Actually,
bro, when
if
everything
you don't
falls
keep-
on me.
To answer that question again, I did probably shouldn't have, but I did an ancestry, right? And I started automatically getting reached out to by family members that I know or maybe second and third cousins because of their last name, people they're related to, that was inviting me to, we doing the family reunion in North Carolina. Most of my family's from North Carolina, as
South Carolina geeches.
Every slave in this country got
everyone
to
came
South
from
Carolina,
South,
North Carolina, somewhere in that Middle Passage area that spread out. So it was kind of cool to see. But at the same time, it's like, what happened to the people who set that up? Like, where
they died. They died.
What's the term for it?
Patriarch and matriarchs.
Yeah,
they died, and that's us now. And I look at it because all right, so it takes a village. All right, that's actually a Yoruba proverb that's misquoted. So this is the actual proverb: "Fear not, old man, for if you die in the service of your village will make sure your sons become men."
I mean, the translation still stick either way. But somebody that's in your circle gonna take care of your family.
Hillary Clinton, they co-opted it a little bit. So
we ain't finna even get into that.
Yeah,
but I think in totality, bro, like our area in Tampa in general it's been started for a while, and I always said if they get the Springs, it's a wrap, and
it's there.
Once they put that Wawa on Waters,
listen. Think about Sulphur Springs. I want y'all to just think about the geography of Sulphur Springs right now. Take away the trap houses, take away Idell, take away these rough streets over there.
They got to move that.
Look at the geography of the Springs. Too. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
I think
it's full of trees. It's right on the river.
Yeah, the damn waterfront property. The water tower, they ain't touched it yet.
To me, the Springs is from like goddamn Fowler all the way out there. Cause
really,
look at Fowler right now. Though.
I'm gonna say Florida.
It's really
Florida and Waters all the way down to.
So what is Fowler considered?
Park.
Rolette Park.
Fowler is considered.
It's not East Tampa. It's like North
Tampa.
Well, the Springs is North Tampa too.
Sort of. It's bordering on East Tampa.
But the Springs has an endpoint though. I think it's coming. I guess
Cross Bush,
right up the Fowler.
Right up the
Fowler.
So I'm gonna say from Waters. Not Waters. Florida all the way to Fowler.
The Springs is gentrified. They have 2 Chick-fil-A's. Yeah. I think it's 2 Starbucks.
That's university area though. We talking about the hard.
We talking about
the heart of it.
UConn.
When you cross over, when your ass go from behind motherfucking by that dollar store.
We talk about down Waters in the middle where the meat stores over there.
Yeah, boy. Correct. Krispy Kreme behind Krispy Kreme right there. Yeah.
So that block from Home Depot all the way to let's say,
but even the university area,
where that old movie theater is, right there.
Hit licks on motherfuckers who went to university.
Yeah.
Motherfuckers used to hit licks on motherfuckers that go to USF.
Yeah, what they doing?
They about to make it
just like There's student housing or something they just built like
condos right behind that.
Where the movie theater was?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
No. They haven't built there yet, but it's right on the side. Where where Sears is at?
Yeah.
It's right on the side of it.
Oh wow.
Yeah, it's about to
some nice condos right.
It's about it's
price hike,
bro. Even down if you go down Florida further, going back to Florida Avenue, and for y'all who are not from Tampa area, sorry. If you go down Florida to 7th, where the Armature Works is at, bro, they put apartments across the street from that, bro. That was just a vacant parking lot. A 1-bedroom, 500 square foot apartment is $1,300, and it's looking at West Tampa Apartments in Blake High School. Don't get me wrong; it's a beautiful view.
It's not,
but we know what it is
because they know what it is because they put a park there. It's a beautiful view now, but before we know what it used to look like.
Yeah,
it was just some apartments.
Exactly.
In the Greyhound, you could see. That was
matter of fact, we'll talk about that off.
Yeah. But it's crazy because back to ownership, we don't own none of that property.
Yeah, we have to own.
Nothing that's coming into our community as a whole. But
and that's why I'm going.
The last question I'm gonna ask, and then we're gonna wrap this up. How do we change that?
Buy up everything in your community that you can.
Who though?
That's what I'm doing right now in my community of Arcadia. I'm getting a lot next to me. Matter of fact, I'm gonna talk to one of my neighbors about some property that her grandmother had. I want that as well.
Because where you starting at is perfect to touch the kids and get them to think about it.
Exactly.
But while they growing though, while you planting them seeds.
So listen.
Why you planting them seeds?
We gotta attack this dynamic from different aspects with the children, and then the children are the sweat capital, the equity capital.
Corey's not focused just on money though.
I'm not talking about money.
I'm not. I'm talking about it
right now.
Yeah. With me, I know because we're all saying basically the same thing. For me, Corey's going to attack it where he's attacking it. I want to attack it from the children and the financial aspect and buying land. I don't know what Cliff is going to contribute, but I know Cliff is going to get on board with it. I know Chris has something to bring to the table that's going to push us forward. So all 4 of us, we're like Cerberus.
I'm attacking it. So solely, I work with a lot of I work with a lot of organizations like G3.
Shout out
G3,
my boy.
Ronnie, what's going on, Ronnie?
Yeah.
That's my dog.
And them boys, you know what I'm saying? They already work with the youth. So why be the horse? You know what I'm saying? Why be the dead horse with a stick?
Gotcha.
So my angle is I'm more community based. If I can get these parents on board, it's gonna be too easy for me to get these children.
Yeah.
So if my organization, if I'm hosting financial literacy classes, job fairs for these people, you just resume classes and shit like this, and
simple
then I
things.
partner with these other organizations to get mentorship programs for these kids. Once these kids see that, damn, my mama this old and she's
still doing X, Y, Z.
for me, so I can get Jordans and all of this. Why the hell can't I do it?
Because as a kid,
I'm trying to rebuild the village.
Bruh.
So once Tampa see the value in these inner city communities again, that's gonna stop. So why kick these people out when I could just rebuild their
not
homes
even
for them?
kick them.
100%.
Not even
Why
kick them
kick
out
them
and
out?
get money with it. You can't.
I can put the Costco's here because now they value where they
Not
are.
even that. Back to your financial literacy. You can't kick me out because I can afford to stay here.
Exactly.
I know the
I
game.
own this motherfucker.
I can
know
buy
the
a building
game.
if I want
I
to.
own it.
That's where it comes back
Not
to.
if I wanted to.
That's why I say
I am.
ownership. That's why I
Because I
say
am.
ownership.
Back to what Corey was saying in education, and I'm gonna speak for him because I think this is what he was saying. He wasn't talking about school education because financial literacy and just knowing what the hell you doing is education.
Yeah.
So you can't go to these people and say, "I'm not moving. I know the law. I know my rights. Blah blah. I can buy this or pay for my dwelling. You can do whatever you want with the rest, but this is me. If you don't know what you can do, like I work in the foster care field. For those who watched the show or heard the show before, y'all remember me mention that. But I could make a killing as an advocate for parents who don't understand the law. Like these people literally go into their house with no warrants, no nothing, and just start searching stuff. You can't legally, you can't do that. Like I get it, it's a safety concern, but if there's no safety risk, what are you assessing?
Yeah.
So like parents will just sign away their rights and not know that they don't have to.
Yeah.
Because they scared. Somebody telling them, "I'm gonna take your kid unless you do this."
And that's because they're uneducated.
They uneducated.
I would like to say this too, just because I come from a job in a field where, and I work in the corporate field. So, and this is kind of tying to the piece of the cultural capital piece where we need to start. You guys are college graduates, right? We all been to school. We got professional positions. That's what I'm saying. We all are college graduates. How many people graduate college and still don't know what to do when they get into this big real world?
A lot of people.
And we're saying we're talking about education, and that's why it's important.
65%, bro.
For people to know that we're not just talking about getting a degree. Cultural capital.
Yeah.
People, I have to tell people, and don't search me as far as where I work and things like that. But when you're talking to somebody from the community, and I know you're from the community, right? Because I can see your picture. I know. I can tell by your name. I can tell, all the things that they're looking at, right?
Jamal is a dead giveaway.
Correct, right? I have to. I get loose in my interview while I'm talking to them because I'm saying, you're safe here.
Yeah.
Right.
But
you can let your hair down.
But
however,
let me tell you about the person that you're going to be interviewing with.
They're not me.
Understand that that's an important piece that people, unfortunately, we're not at a spot where we're talking about a tech boom in Florida, in Tampa, Florida. I don't talk to too many people that are black in tech.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't talk to too many black tech recruiters.
Yeah.
And it's a mark. When I tell y'all, tech recruiting in general right now is big money. Black people, if y'all get into it, you got a degree, go get you a recruiting job real quick. If you're trying to make
changing the narrative.
Steve-O, my frat, Steve-O. I have several frat brothers right now that put me, speaking of building up the community, my bad, my frat, IOTA, is the reason why I have a corporate job and gets paid good money. Because they looked out for me, not even on just some, you part of the frat. Yeah. It's opportunity. And I see people, we see people that are in frats that don't take advantage of the fucking opportunity.
We know somebody who do that.
So not even.
Do we not?
All right, we ain't gonna get on my dog.
Okay.
Man, a lot of people.
I'm just keeping it real.
Ahead, but a lot of people think that our worst enemy is white people, but
it's ourselves,
no,
bro.
It ain't even ourselves.
It's sometimes not ourselves.
It is a little bit of ourselves, but majority of it is us battling the media. We have to stop that narrative that they are pushing to us and push our own narrative. You get what I'm saying?
Who owns the media?
And you know what the solution for that is?
White people who own
the same solution it is for bullying on social media. Turn the fucking TV off.
As easy it is
Read
for
a book.
motherfuckers to go out there who got All these hood niggas that got influencers throwing parties at Whiskey North and all these block parties. Hey. How hard is it for you to throw a financial literacy goddamn
shout out to Tom G for doing his
Tom G is on that shit now.
For doing his bike ride thing he just did. I got a homeboy who I grew up with. We went to you know him, right? You know he doing neighborhood basketball league, like drop the guns, play basketball, like they doing stuff. It's people out there doing stuff.
Right.
But it's not enough. And
exactly.
And back to the media thing, that's not the popularized thing because we all know emotional currency sells. And the only thing that's going to get you hyped up is violence and somebody dying.
It's not even that. That's why I commend Lil Baby because Lil Baby probably the only rapper out that bitch that really made a song about like that geared toward.
I don't even remember the name of that song, but I remember.
Bigger Picture.
Yeah, Bigger Picture.
Yeah.
And he was spitting.
But I just to close out what I was saying is on while we still can have all these things, we have to understand that we don't have access just because of our community itself. Not because you don't want to have access to it. Because you don't have access.
The community don't, but like you were speaking to the frat, now we have the opportunity and the access to
I get
that.
it, and I got that access. I was privileged enough to get that access.
But everybody don't have that.
But not everybody has that. And I'm telling you, these kids coming out of college who just got these degrees, and I'm talking to them about this whole new world.
It's real.
It's a first time for them.
Yeah.
It's real.
I mean, imagine it, and I hold true to be yourself.
Because college coddle you.
Yeah.
College coddle you.
Yeah. You get to figure out who you are.
You guys went to HBCU, where you could really have some.
You can figure out who you are.
Expression.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Imagine you a black kid, PWI. You get a little, you got a little access to the community.
All my teachers kept it real with me. Shout out to Miss Flint.
Shout out
to Dr. Oli, R.I.P.
Ingrid Fluella.
It's just people don't have access to it.
Yeah.
They don't have access to understanding what the. You know how shitty it is to be a part of a group of people. The first time I got to my job. And this was about 4 or 5 years ago, and I moved up since starting. They would talk about shit that I had no idea what, and this the access that they talk about things. I don't have anything in common with the person I'm working with every day.
That's nuts. But that happens more often than we probably think.
But I kind of like my dynamic and how I grew up in Arcadia because it was to me it was like a 50-50 mix in Arcadia. So I understood what they were saying. You couldn't talk like at a job I work.
You got to close it out too.
All right, the kid told me, he said, Jamal, I envy you. I was like, why? He said, because you can maneuver in my world whereas I can't in yours. So certain things I was privileged, well, not privileged, but privy to. So I get it. And that's why I went to a HBCU and a PWI. I could maneuver.
I'm not mad at you for that, man. But at the end of the day, bro, I think it's not even a real problem, but I think it's a real issue. I guess problem and issue to me are two different things. But I think the brains in this room can come up with solutions as we already are. The wheels in motion. Obviously, hopefully y'all understood what the points we were trying to make in the things that we're trying to do in our community. I'm not even going to say do we got shout outs because we've been shouting out people all show long, man. Shout out to Mac himself just for putting on for his nonprofit and trying to make a change in the community, not even for his own personal clout, but obviously y'all can see how passionate and you can hear how passionate he is about what he wants to do and the things that he's trying to do and is doing currently within all the stuff he got reached to. Shout out again to G3, Ronnie McCullers, his program. I got a homegirl, Natasha Brown. She does Elements of Intervention. It's a girls program that, she's pretty dope. A great sister, man. Definitely she want to be on the show too. She already asked me. So hopefully we can get that in the works.
Shout out Jalen Bubba of Tampa. You know what I'm saying? He's the founder of Bubba of Tampa. They do a lot for the community. I was at this meeting on Saturday morning, and it was just, bro, for me to be like new into this field and into this world of, service.
You were surprised about how many people was there?
Bro, it was so many black men in that mother. I'm the youngest one in there, bro.
That's
like
fire.
I'm
And
32.
That's fire.
You get what I'm saying? And I'm the youngest one in there,
That's
but all
fire.
these black men that's really doing shit for Tampa and collaborating to do shit for Tampa.
I said this before, but shout out to GQ, I believe his name, Tavis Myrick. He got a program out at Manifestations down by Middleton. That's pretty dope too. They definitely do a lot of things for the community, man. So
crazy.
It's people out here working, man. We just need more of it, and I think that's the gist of it.
At the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? We gonna always do shit because this.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, when me and Chris came together to do this podcast shit, it wasn't just on no podcast shit. It's called sophisticated ignorance for a reason.
Yeah.
Like we gonna give you an ignorant side, but we also gonna educate you niggas while we here. And when I say niggas, I don't mean no disrespect because at the end of the day, A motherfucker call me a nigga, and
it's
I
not
know
gonna hurt
who
my
I
feelings.
am.
Yeah.
I know who I am. I know what I do. I know who I aspire to be.
I know what I stand for.
You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, my main goal, my priority is to hold everybody who sit on this platform accountable. You know what I'm saying? For their responsibility and their duty to the community. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
You got a son, you got a daughter, you got 2 daughters. I got 4 kids. At the end of the day, it's even bigger than them. You get what I'm saying? Like, not only do we owe responsibility or duty to them, we owe a duty to their counterparts.
I was just about to say, they friends, they people they grow up with.
To the community, because I'm not gonna always be here, but I need to know that I left the community in a better than I found it to where I know my kids can excel if I'm not here.
I can't say
knock on wood.
Yeah. I mean, shit.
I'm inspired.
Y'all,
like, no joke.
Y'all know what I dealt with my whole, my health situation back in February, bro.
Yeah.
I was like, damn, I need to get right, because if something happened to me, I need to make sure, even if my daughter's 3-4 years old, she at least know I instilled something in her before I left to make sure she, she remembered daddy for something. Like, he was doing this positive. He put this in me. So I'm not finna go on a soapbox and make people emotional and stuff, because I ain't planning on dying no time soon.
No.
But,
and I know I'm ratchet as fuck. I know I'm ratchet to the core, but at the end of the day, a motherfucker can't tell me.
The name fits perfect, bro.
Sophisticated ignorance.
Right. Look, I'm going to be me.
Hey,
I'm going to be me.
I'm drinking on an Arizona tea and I got on a turtleneck.
You drinking sugar water.
But you get
sophisticated ignorance.
I can't even drink that shit without
sugar
gaining
water.
5 pounds.
Exactly.
Hey, you ain't got to be proper as fuck to give a fuck about your community or make change. You get what I'm saying?
That's a
be
bar.
you. I'm going to always be me. I'm ratchet as fuck. I'm from the east side of Tampa, 43rd.
You hear
I'm going to always be that. That's what made me.
That's what made you who you are, bro.
So,
and at the end of the day, man, we appreciate everybody who's watching, everybody who's listening. Each and every Wednesday, y'all know y'all in your phone, 7 a.m. Videos will be up on YouTube.
Yes, sir.
All the good stuff, man. Appreciate y'all following us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, TikTok, all that good stuff, man. So until the next time.
Oh, I got one shout out before we get out.
Who you got?
I like to give a shout out to William Gilchrist, property owners back in my hometown. And I also like to give a shout out to Nawan Polk. He also a property owner, and he owns his own trucking company.
That's what's up.
Black business owners.
I got 2 people I want to, or 3 people to shout out. Shout out to Sammy Hughes and Gats. They will be performing with Freddie Gibbs.
Oh, that's what's up.
Bunch of people from Tampa going to be following up with that. Shout out Prince Golden, man. He's got a single dropping this week. Check him out if y'all like something different. That's Prince Golden. Runs a Punk Black page as well. So y'all check out these local talents, man. There's a lot of music in Tampa going.
Hey, y'all done heard it, man. So I done already gave y'all the spiel. And until next time, we out. Peace.
Oh